Hi, hello everybody, welcome in. How are you? I think the capture might be fucked up. Hold on, give me a sec. Let me fix that. Well, welcome in. Hi Gizmo. How are you doing? How's your day been? I'm definitely not almost 2 hours late from when I intended to start because I got distracted with a thing. That Danganronpa intro thing. It took me 2-ish hours to finish 4 seconds worth of the intro because I finally got everyone from one of my groups. And now I'm just in pain. So let me just make sure that everything is good here. Oh, nice! I'm still kind of recovering from going whitewater rafting, but having a good time with it regardless. God, this music is so good. But yeah, no, because the way it works is that each one of the little groups that I have has like 19 people. Which I hadn't really properly anticipated. Actually, I wonder if I can... Yeah, maybe we'll show it later, I don't know. But yeah, it took me hours to like get everyone lined up in a way that made them look halfway decent together. Actually, I can probably take like a screenshot of it, because doing the whole thing might be too much. But I can definitely do that if it doesn't try and move around on me. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's do this. Also need to close Twitter because it's not more. Also, we're just leaving it for a little bit longer so people can like come in, because usually I start at a better time. So whenever we start up at a wrong time, I try and just give people a second. Plus the music is just really good. Hi Sly, how are you? Okay. Let's see if I can't find it in here now. Nice. God, I like this so much. It's so good. Anyways, okay, hold on. So this is what it looks like now. This is what everyone all together looks like. This is not what it looked like before, but I had to add in like 3 new people, and that turned out to be a real issue because once I had everyone, then I had to figure out how I was going to arrange them. Oh my god, it's Leoshi. Hi, Leo. Wiggly Liberashi. Yeah, how you doing? But yeah, so this was like, it was so long. Hi, Kiefer. But it was also, I think it looks nice. It's very, hold on, wait, I have it as a tweet that I can just put in the chat and show you guys what it actually looks like. If you want to see the whole intro, all the hours I spent working on it. And also, now that the song is over, we will just press continue and we'll start playing. Look at that, perfect timing. There's so many cuties here. So true. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm super tired, or I'm a little bit tired, but other than that. Yeah. Also, okay, so somebody on the VoD's channel commented and was like, hey, could you maybe like read them out so I can like actually read out what's being said instead of just letting it play, because I want to listen to these and not just watch them. And I think that's fair. So I think going forward, we're at least going to try and do that and hope that my voice doesn't fucking go out. I wish this game had an English dub, but I don't. Unless I'm mistaken, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Anyways, I think they... I'm so... The full thing looks better than like the little snippet at the beginning, because then it has everyone with their little thing. But anyways, you were only somewhat conscious, so I saw no more than fragments and pieces, but it seems you had quite a terrifying dream. Holmes looks at me with concern. Her voice sounds so similar to the girl in my dream. But that's impossible. It was a weird one for sure. I was dying and I heard you calling out to me. Oh? It was the polar opposite of our actual reality. Maybe it was showing what my heart truly wished for. Wait, should I wait until the end of the line? I feel like that's... Oh, it takes so long. If I'd been killed instead of you, I just know this many people wouldn't have died. What is the right... whatever. You mustn't joke about such things, Watto. Holmes slides close to me as she speaks. Just no one can fill my role. Nah, I definitely should wait.
私に代わって君が死ぬなどありえないし、あってもいけないことだよ。
Yes, just as no one can fill my role, so too can no one replace you. Even if it were possible to die in my place, by no means should you have done so.
でも、ホームズさんは世界一の探偵じゃないですか。僕みたいな何も取り柄がない無能よりも生きるべきですよ。
But you're the greatest detective in the world. You should be the one who gets to live, not some worthless, incompetent kid like
何度も
me.
言わせないでくれ。10年前、私は君に救われた。君のように強くなりたいと思って、理想探偵を名乗り始めた。
What I really need is for them to talk faster. I think that's my issue. I don't like when people talk slow. Anyways, not another word of that. You saved my life a decade ago. I took the name Ideal Detective because I wish to be as strong as you are. Hi, Fishy. Welcome in. Just kidding. Yeah, you know what? Playing Overwatch is a little... That's understandable. We're moving away from that a little bit anyways. Yeah, welcome in. I'm glad you were able to catch a stream.
君なら必ず私以上の探偵になれる。それまで私がそばで支えるから強くなってくれ。
You will surpass me as a detective. I'm certain of this. I'll keep by your side, supporting you all the while, so be strong and persevere.
どうしてそこまでホームズさんは僕を信じてくれるんですか？
How can you have so much faith in me?
僕は
I got many names. How are you?
何を一人でブツブツと言っているんだい？
What are you mumbling to yourself about? That sounds like someone familiar. Huh?
まさか八崎港の内通者は君なのか？
Are you the mole? The Duke's inside man, that is. Workaholic suddenly appears before me.
いつの間にどこからこの部屋へ？
When did he... And from where? Look at the wall with the cipher, but the passage is shut. Was he hiding in one of the passages we came through?
内通者って何を言っているんですか？僕たちの中にそんな人はいませんよ。
Me, an inside man? What are you suggesting? Nobody in our group is a mole. I answer as calmly as I can while taking a defensive stance. There's no need for Workaholic to hide his past now. If he wants to kill us, he can do so without hesitation. I can't let my guard slip. Me too, I thought we weren't going to get an answer for a lot longer. Also, I think it's weird that his mouth isn't moving when he talks. I guess it's because this is just like a CG and not like an actual sprite, but still. Anyways, relax, I have no intention of harming any of you.
探偵はどこへ行ったんだい？彼と話し合いたいから来たというのに会えないのは残念だよ。
Where did Renegade Detective go? I came to have a little chat, but unfortunately it seems I've missed him. Now that he mentions it, I don't see a trace of Renegade Detective anywhere. I'm still a bit rattled, but this is a good opportunity to ask Workaholic about something that's been gnawing at me.
さあ、どこへ行ったんですかね？知りたかったら。
Hi, Min and
僕
Saji,
の質
welcome
問
in,
に
both of
答えて
you.
ください。
Yeah, he's still workaholicing. I wonder if you wanted me to tell you, you'll have to answer some questions first. I try to still my thundering heartbeat. Each word from my mouth takes my full concentration.
10年前、どうして僕やホームズさんは誘拐されたんですか？なんでこんな地下迷宮に放り込まれたんですか？真相を教えてください、社畜さん。いや、鬼畜探偵。
Why were Holmes and I kidnapped 10 years ago? Why were we trapped in this underground maze? I want the truth, Workaholic. No, Diabolic. His mouth twitches when I call him that name. I knew it. That alias is a sore spot for him. For sure, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Hope your boba is delicious. Also, Diabolic feels like such a weird... I feel like that's another translation thing, because I know somebody who was watching the VoDs went and tried to figure out what Downtown's original Japanese name was. Yeah, Mocking Dragon. Downtown's original name was Shibuya, which kind of makes more sense in terms of like being fashionable. And it makes me kind of wonder if maybe... Oh yeah, last week, okay. Actually, what happened last week? I'm not sure if we really got... Or no, we did figure out who killed... Okay, so Rowdy died. That was a couple weeks ago. We figured out who did it. It was Workaholic, who had been trying to kill Renegade, but failed. And it turns out that Workaholic's actual old name was Diabolic Detective. And then he ran off into the maze, and it turned out that he'd been part of the group that... Or he'd been the one who'd kidnapped us and put us in the maze when we were children. Like, he'd been the one who did that stuff. So we were trying to pursue him through the maze. We weren't catching up to him. And I think that's pretty much where we're at now. I think that's everything that happened. Last time it was mostly a lot of everyone discussing things and us getting distracted talking about the Pinkertons. But yeah, I kind of feel like his name must be like a little bit of a weird translation because like diabolic is a word. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Or I guess like, but you usually say like diabolical. Like you wouldn't really say that someone is diabolic. Remember face at least true. He's not pulling an ace on us. Thank you for the follow, Night Shady. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what the translation is, but I don't want to look it up because Mock and Dragon also said that like when they went and tried to look it up, it spoiled the stuff for them. So if anyone wants to keep the secrets, no Googling this game at all, apparently. But he keeps himself steady and replies coolly. Okay, see you later, Sachi. Fine, you have a right to the truth. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you for the hydration check, Night Shady. Anyways, what Renegade said is true.
I
used to be part of this. Jesus. I need these things to have like you know the thing like in karaoke where it has a little like bouncing icon to show where you are in the words, like the text is highlighting. I need that sort of thing so I can tell when they're actually done. Anyways, I used to be part of the secret police carrying out all sorts of tasks on their behalf. In fact, this island facility once belonged to them.
そもそも秘密警察は何の目的で作られた組織なんですか？こんな施設を作れるなんてよほど大きな組織だったんですよね。
What was the purpose of the secret police to begin with? If they made such a sprawling facility, they must have been a large organization, right?
去る有力政治家の発案で生み出されたと言われているよ。よほど明けぬ夜事件の影響を恐れていたのだろうね。
They say some slippery politician in power was behind it. Apparently, the Dayless Night incident really shook things up in the government.
また明けぬ夜事件ですか？八崎港事件とも関係があるみたいですけど、それほど大きな事件だったんですか？
The Dayless Night incident again, huh? It seems to have some connection to the Duke's killings, but was it really that major?
未然に防ぐことはできたんですよね。
I mean, it was stopped preemptively, wasn't it? The case would appear on TV specials from time to time, but it wasn't something I'd often heard discussed before coming to this island. I just assumed it was another terrorist attack that had been foiled early, but maybe I'm wrong.
君はまだ幼かっただろうから知らないのも無理はない。あの事件の本当の恐ろしいところは
I think we did already know this.
国内の犯罪発生率を数
Isn't
倍
that why
に
we
引き
have so
上
many
げた。
detectives? Anyways, you were only so old at the time, so it makes sense you wouldn't know. The horrifying part is that it led to an explosion of domestic crime.
それは聞いたことがあります。
Okay.
探偵同盟が作られたきっかけだって。
Yeah, I've been told that much. I also heard the Detective Alliance was made in response to
でもあくま
that.
で噂ですよね。根拠のない話でしょ。
Wasn't that only a rumor? There isn't any concrete evidence, right?
ああ、根拠はないし理屈もわからない。だが実際に凶悪犯罪が著しく増え、探偵同盟はもてはやされている。
Right. Nothing to prove it, not even logic. But it's undeniable that there was a spike in heinous crimes, which the DA tackled to much acclaim.
吸血鬼事件に池袋切断魔事件。最近では新宿レインウォーカー事件。今思いついただけでもこれだけの凶悪犯罪が明けぬ夜の影響で引き起こされた。
The case of the vampire, the Yubukuro Ripper, and more recently the Shinjuku Rainwalker. Just some examples off the top of my
ここ
head.
まで事例があれば偶然とは言えない。明けぬ夜事件には間違いなく何か犯罪者を引きつける要因があるんだ。
With so many atrocities in its wake, it's hard to write off as coincidence. No doubt, criminals are drawn to the Dayless Night
一つ
incident.
の事件によってこの国の常識は歪められてしまったんだよ。故にその歪みを矯正するような力を国は求めた。
Just one incident threw an entire nation into madness. As a result, its government needed a brigade to step in and set things straight.
それが機密警察であり、この施設ということですか。
And so the secret police came into being, along with this facility.
ああ、その通りだ。この迷宮に施された数々の
Okay,
試練
so
は
why,
個人でかつてのピンカート
why are the Pinkertons such a big
同等
fucking...
の抑止力となるほどの探偵を生み出すこと。
Exactly right. The trials built into this maze were intended to create superpowered detectives who could rival the Pinkertons' former power. Like,
かつての若く未熟な私はその計画に胸を躍らせ自らの行為を正義と信じ鬼畜になり果てた。
yeah, exactly, Fishy. That's what look, that's what normal people do. You have a constant stream of video essays playing in the background so that you never have to have an independent thought and don't have to think about anything that happened in the past. Or you make them. Anyways, when I was still a young greenhorn, the plan excited me. I truly believed what I was doing was just. Yet I became something diabolical.
君やリーダーのような身寄りのない子供たちをさらい特殊な脳手術を施した上で命がけの試練を通して覚醒を促し続けたんだ。
We kidnapped orphans, such as you and the chief, conducted neurosurgeries, and then put them through life or death trials to awaken their potential.
脳手術何ですかそれ聞いていませんよ
Neurosurgery? That's the first time hearing about that.
そうか。やはり記憶を失っているんだな。
Oh, so you really have lost
リー
your
ダー
memory.
が伝えないのは至極当然だ。思い出さなくて済むのなら思い出さない方がいい。
No surprise the chief didn't fill you in. If you don't need to remember it, it's better that you don't.
ちょっと待ってくださいどういうことですか機密警察が言う覚醒って何なんですか
Wait, just a minute. What do you mean? What kind of potential was the secret police trying to awaken?
異能の覚醒だろ
I can't bagels. Oh, the hamburger is good. Supernatural abilities, no. Oh my god, it's Renegade. The boyfriends.
一体どこに行ってたんだよ
Hi, Raiders. Welcome in, Josh Rose. Hi, hi. Hold on, let me get the shout out for you. Welcome in, welcome in. The Benoit Brigade is here. Hold on, let's get this. How was Final Fantasy 14? Welcome in. Yeah, I was, I mean, I guess the streaming schedule's been pretty normal, but it's been kind of weird times lately. But yeah, anyways, welcome invaders. My name is Vivaros, writer, shooter, play a whole bunch of stuff. Right now we're doing some Process of Elimination, which is like a visual novel that has some Fire Emblem components in it. It's very, very good. Like Danganronpa meets Fire Emblem. I play a lot of shooters, a lot of visual novel stuff like that on the channel. I also make video essays. There's one in the pinned comment. If you haven't watched them before, you should check them out. I think that they're very good. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream, Josh. I hope it was a fun time. If you need to get any food, water, or rest, make sure to go do that because self-care is important. But otherwise, I'm happy to have you here if you're able to stay. Yeah. Okay. Also, I hope you're feeling better. You mentioned that you were a little bit under the weather for a while, so I hope that you're at least in a state of recovery for a bit. Get something, no worries. Get some delicious food. Nice. Final Fantasy 14 is one of those games that, like, a shocking number of my friends keep on trying to convince me to play, and at some point I fear I'm gonna have to cave. Nice. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I'll let you get to your food. Renegade, where have you been?
散歩さ社畜探偵の気配をずっと感じていたからこちらから出向いてやろうと思ってさ
Out for a walk? I sensed a workaholic detective lurking about, so I thought I'd go and meet him.
それがまさか入れ違いになるなんてね実は俺たち気が合うんじゃない
Yet we somehow managed to breeze right past each other. Maybe you and I aren't so different after all, hmm?
ああ、そうだね。互いに相手を殺したいと思っている点も同じだものな。再会の印に握手でもするかい。
We have at least one thing in common. Each of us wants the other dead. So good to see you again. Care for a handshake?
おっと指は動かさないでくれあんたが指一本でワイヤーを器用に動かせることはよーく知っている
Don't move a muscle. I know you've got enough dexterity in a single finger to operate an entire wire saw. How do you know about the dexterity of his fingers?
あんたがもしワイヤーを動かそうとしたら俺がその軌道をずらして他の探偵たちが切り刻まれちゃうかもしれないよ
If you pull that trick, just know I could dodge it, causing you to slice one of the other detectives instead.
これ以上仲間を手にかけたくはないだろう
Surely you don't want anyone else's blood on those hands of yours.
この下道が。
God damn you, renegade.
鬼畜にそう言ってもらえるなんて光栄の至りだね 俺の監視役を務めてくれた時のことを思い出すな。
To hear such praise from Diabolic, why, what an honor. Ah, this takes me back to when you were my warden.
下道探偵は10年前の出来事を覚えているの？
You remember what happened 10 years ago?
ああ、忘れたくても忘れられないよ。
Of course. Couldn't forget it if I wanted to.
なんせ一緒に入ったお仲間が日に日に減っていくんだもの。見守る側の社畜探偵が一体どんな心境で過ごしていたのか、ぜひ伺いたいものだね。
My buddies there just kept dropping by the day. Just dying to know what ran through Workaholic Detective's head after witnessing all that.
社畜さんは僕たち以外にも誘拐を？
Incompetent, did you think that... Whatever. Huh? Workaholic kidnapped others aside from us?
そうだよ。たくさんいたし、たくさん死んだ。まさか、そこの社畜探偵は教えていなかったのかい？
We already knew this. Anyways, sure did. A whole bunch of them, too. A good number of them died. Oops. Did Workaholic neglect to share that little detail? Workaholic gnaws at his lip, then gives a deep, slow nod.
苦しかったさ。当時のことは心から後悔しているし、探偵同盟の創始者に保護された理想探偵に導かれ、
Akiva, welcome in.
私は機密探偵を解体すべく活動を続けた。
It was horrible. I regret my actions with all my heart. Under the guidance of Ideal Detective, I continued my work eradicating the secret police.
それでも未だ
Oh
に
yeah, that's right, he's not wearing his jacket anymore.
SPX に殺された子供に泣きすがられる夢を見る。私は忘れない。きっと死ぬまでこの罪を背負い続けていくことだろう。
Even so, I still have nightmares of the children murdered by the SPXs. They cling to me, crying. I'll never forget. I'll bear those sins till I die. I will say, I really liked how the story was starting out, and the longer it has gone on for, the more I'm like, I don't know if they can stick this.
私はもう
It's a little bit weird.
死ぬまで鬼畜だ。
But anyways, until I draw my last breath, I will remain diabolic. Workaholic's eyes are determined without a single trace of doubt.
ワト君、社畜君を責めるなとは言わない。彼は決して許されない罪を
But he's the lesser of two evils, I'm sure. I won't tell you not to go after Workaholic, Watto. It's no question he's to blame for countless vile, unforgivable enormities.
だが、彼が今語った言葉に嘘や偽りは一切ないことは約束しよう。
But I promise you, there wasn't a single lie among the words he spoke.
秘密警察を抜けた社畜君は、私が探偵同盟という組織を作り上げるのに尽力してくれたんだ。
Ideal, weren't you 10 back then? Or like 8? Anyways, Workaholic left the secret police and helped me form the Detective Alliance.
その様子は痛ましくもあった。目の下に深く刻まれたクマは、普通の職を手にし、温かい家族を手に入れてなお、彼が眠れぬ夜を過ごしている証拠だ。
He has a pitiable side to him too. Despite having a stable job and loving family, his hidden scars still keep him awake at night. I mean, he killed a lot of children. So like, I'd hope so. Holmes speaks with a look of sympathy and compassion. Essentially, the secret police, which Workaholic had been a part of, created this underground labyrinth. After Holmes and the others dissolved the organization, they created a better one in its place, the Detective Alliance. If Holmes truly is my old friend Saika, then that means she knew Workaholic was her enemy, yet still gave him a major role in the DA. That alone speaks volumes of her open-minded, accepting nature. Oh my god, she's an ally.
10年前の誘拐事件のことをよくわかりました。
I see. I now understand the context behind the kidnappings 10 years ago.
今の僕には善か悪かなんて判断がつかないことです。
Okay, the morals of this group are kind of all over the place in terms of both
社長さんを責めるつ
this
もりもありません。
and like their praise for the Pinkertons, whatever. At the moment, I can't make any moral judgments. That's why I don't intend to go after you, Workaholic. But like, I think you can. I think he killed a lot of children. I don't know why you're on the fence
教え
about
てくだ
this.
さい。先ほど下道さんが口にした異能とは何ですか？それに社畜さんはなぜそれほどまでに下道さんに執着するんですか？
But tell me, what were those superpowers mentioned just now? And why are you so fixated on them anyways?
なあ、もちろんだよ。私は今日君にその秘密を伝えるために来たのだからね。
Right, of course. That's why I'm here, to reveal the truth of those secrets.
もともと外道探偵には疑惑があったんだよ。
I had my reservations about Renegade from the start.
今から8年前に両親を惨殺して更生施設に入り、その施設内で3件の殺人事件を引き起こした化け物。それがこの男の正体だ。
8 years ago, he slaughtered his own parents and was sent to a correctional center where he claimed 3 more lives. That's the monster he truly is.
過去を他人に語られるのは恥ずかしいものだね。だが訂
Also, didn't
正
you say
さ
that
せ
they were
てくれ。
kidnapping orphans? So, parents? Kinda embarrassing having someone dredge up your past. Let me make just one tiny correction.
俺が施設内で引き起こした殺人事件は2件だけだよ。残りのもう1件の被害者はちゃんと生きているさ。
I only committed 2 murders at that correctional center. My 3rd victim is still alive and well.
花は手遅れだったらしいから、一生口呼吸で生きなきゃいけないのが大変だそうだけれどね。
Can't say the same about their nose, though. Spending your whole life as a mouth breather must be rough, I bet.
君もこの男の異常さはよく知っているだろう、ムノ君。
His eccentricity should speak for itself, incompetent.
この島に外道探偵が呼ばれたのは偶然じゃない。この地下迷宮を過去に完全踏破した2人のうちの1人、不滅探偵だと思われたから。
Who's the other one gonna be? It's no coincidence he was brought here. He's suspected to be the invincible detective, one of the only 2 to ever traverse this entire
不
maze.
滅探偵。シカロウでもその名前を口にしていましたね。
Invincible detective. You mentioned that name back in the dungeon, too.
どんな力を持つかはわからない。容姿や年齢も記録に残されていない。
Oh, so you don't even know? I don't know what abilities they may have, nor was their age or appearance recorded.
10人中10人が死ぬような試練でも、いかなる SPX と遭遇をしても、
Why do you have
待
a...
つだけは
why
生
would-
還し続けた。
In trials that should have had a 100% death rate, no matter how many SPXs they encountered, they were always able to survive. Why would you... If you have a trial with a 100% death rate, that's not a trial, it's just
そ
an
の明らか
execution.
に常軌を逸した能力を調べるために、当時の機密警察は該当の人物を不滅探偵と名付け、
The SP dubbed this
詳しく
individual
検査を行おうと動いていた。
Invincible Detective and was making preparations to conduct thorough tests on their odd
ところが
powers.
検査が行われる前に、不滅探偵は仲間たちと共に施設から脱走し、
Okay, so...
現在に至るまで見つかっていない。
But
私は
before...
ずっと
Jesus.
その行方を追っていた。
Before the tests could begin, Invincible and their cohorts escaped the facility, never to be found. They've been searching for them to this day.
その不滅探偵の正体が外道探偵なんですか？疑っている理由って。
So you actually... Or so you believe this Invincible Detective is actually Renegade Detective? Why is that?
実はあの洋館って改装が行われていたみたいでさ。俺はそれを知らずに10年前と同じ方法で隠し通路を開けようとしちゃってね。
Turns out the manor had some renovations done. Not knowing that, I tried opening the hidden passage the same way I'd done before.
それをバッチリ社畜探偵に見られてしまったのさ。いやー、参った参った。それ以降はずーっと監視されていて、本当に気がめいったよ。
And Workaholic caught me red-handed. Too bad, so sad. Now he's been on my case ever since. He spoils the mood, you know?
もともと怪しんでいたよ。年齢を偽っている可能性が高いが、君は17歳。不滅探偵の年齢はおそらく15歳か
I
ら
don't know how to
20歳の
respond to
間
a
だと思
compliment,
われ
even
る
when it's just directed at the model. I don't know what I'm doing ever. Anyway, I suspected you regardless. Well, you may very well be lying. You're 17 years of age. And Invincible should be between 15 to 20.
SPX にも利用されている機密警察が開発した音声ツールを悪用していることからも、八つ崎港事件は不滅探偵による復讐劇の可能性が高い。
I believe the Duke's murders are an act of revenge by Invincible, seeing as their vocal distorter, which the SPX has also used, was developed by the SP.
そもそも外道探偵は本来死刑となる身を能力の高さで免除されている異例の立場だ。これ以上の犠牲を出すくらいなら殺しておくべきだと私は判断したんだよ。
Renegade had been given a death sentence, but was pardoned for his exceptional ability. I decided it was best to kill him and avoid further casualties.
どれほどの悪名を被ろうとも私は外道探偵を殺す。もう一度だけこの身を鬼畜に落とすことを覚悟したんだ。
I don't care if it drags my reputation through the muck. I'll take Renegade Detective's life. I'm ready to become diabolic one last time. A heavy silence follows Workaholic's speech. I see now why he views Renegade Detective as such a threat. Same goes for his resolve in reverting back to Diabolic Detective. Workaholic killed Rowdy. It's a fact I can't deny. But it also wasn't out of malevolence. Who should I believe in? Workaholic or Renegade?
気に入らないな。実に気に入らない。やっぱり今のあんたにはそそられないよ。鬼畜探偵。
I can't stand you, Diabolic. Not one bit. You don't even give me the slightest tingle. Renegade frowns deeply and then opens his mouth.
正直に言うよ。俺が機密警察の実験を受けていたのは事実だ。
Let me be honest here. I was a subject of the secret police's experiments. It's true.
あんたらが俺をどのように呼んでいたかなんて知らないが、生きて脱出し、身分を偽って生きたことも間違いない。
I don't know anything about what name you called me by, but it's true I escaped and used a false identity to
俺は
survive.
不動さ。生きているだけで周囲に迷惑を振りまく存在だよ。でもそれを理由に俺を殺すことを正当化されちゃたまらない。それはフェアじゃない。
I'm just a renegade, or I'm a renegade after all. My mere existence is a plague upon those around me. That doesn't justify killing me. It's just plain unfair. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, I don't think it's out of the question that Watto could be invincible, detective. Because there's two people survived the maze. That was what he said. He thinks that Invincible's one of the two who got out. I think it's possible that Ideal is also meant to kind of be the other one in terms of, like, she resurrects in some way, or like she manages to keep coming back, because like she does, we've seen her die at least once seemingly, but she's back. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they pull some sort of morphogenetic resonance type stuff with him, and that's like the ability he discovered. But like, I kind of hope not.
俺を殺したいのなら、きちんと俺の命を背負う覚悟を持てよ。鬼畜探偵。
If you want to kill me so badly, be prepared to take responsibility for all that entails, Diabolic Detective.
それが命を奪う者の義務だ。その義務から逃れようとする者を俺は心の底から軽蔑する。
That's the burden of those who kill. And I despise folks who try to shirk that duty with every fiber of my being.
覚悟はとうにできている。確かに力では姑息な作戦に及びすぎた。人知れず罪を背負わずに殺そうだなんて間違っていたよ。
I'm fully prepared. But you're right. My attempt in the dungeon was too underhanded. There's no virtue in taking a life without bearing the
外
sin.
道探偵、私は本気でお前を殺す。これが私の鬼畜探偵としての最後の仕事だ。
Rest assured, Renegade, you'll die by my hand. That will be my final act as Diabolic. Hold on. There we go. Workaholic lowers his arms after saying his piece. A moment later, I see a glint of light as he gathers something in his hand. He must have picked up some wires that he'd strung all around the area. A trap had been set without me ever noticing. The sudden realization causes a shiver to run down my spine. Is Workaholic intent on killing Renegade Detective here and now if he gets the chance?
ムノ君、よく聞いてくれ。
Also, if he's invincible, how are you I don't really know what the plan is there. Incompetent, I need you to listen
まだ
carefully.
決心がつかないだろうが、 外道探偵を殺す覚悟がついたなら探偵デバイスで連絡してくれ。
Also, doesn't he have an explosive collar?
君が協力してくれればすぐにでも殺す手はずがある。
You're probably not ready yet, but contact me via D-pad once you're ready to kill Renegade Detective. With your help, I can end him on the
そ
spot.
れとこの先で出会うであろう赤い SPX には近づかない方がいい。君たちならば問題ないはずだが、
I mean,
もしターゲットにされれば
haven't we? Oh, right, that red one. That red one was the one that was there. Hi, Fossil. Congrats on getting first. How are you? So true. Anyways, with that, actually, I don't think I actually read that one. Also, you might run into a red SPX. Don't get too close. I'm sure you'll be fine, but make yourself a target and you won't live to regret it. With that, Workaholic turns and ambles towards the exit. His footsteps are completely silent as he disappears faster than he seems to move. Yeah, exactly. It's like, buddy, I don't know what your game plan is here. Like, are you gonna... You're just gonna ask the... Whatever. Hi, Kiva. And same with the emotes. They're very cute emotes. I can see why you'd want to get them figured out. But yeah, welcome in. Hi.
待って。
Wait. I try to follow him, but Renegade Detective stops me.
追いかけたって無駄だよ。これ以上は何も話さないだろうし、この迷宮は彼の庭だ。
No point chasing after him. He's got nothing else to say. Plus, don't forget this maze is his old stomping ground.
社畜探偵にしかわからない隠し通路が多数あるだろうし、捕まえるのも困難だろう。
There's gotta be passages only he knows about, so he'd be way too hard to catch.
実は俺もさっき隠し通路を探すために散歩して回ったんだけどね。社畜探偵が通ってきたと思われる隠し通路は見つけられなかったよ。
I was actually trying to find them on my walk earlier, but I didn't see any signs Workaholic had passed through
素
anywhere.
人には無理ってことだろうね。
Basically, it'd be nothing short of impossible for your average Joe. Renegade smiles with a brightness in his voice. It's hard to imagine he's a murderer when he's making a face like that. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. I think he looks pretty murderer-like. I don't know what I'm saying. Words are hard. The disconnect between his demeanor and the vile things Workaholic told me is enough to make my head spin. Also, incompetent, he tried to kill you. Like, the first thing that happened with him was that he tried to strangle you to death.
変わらないよ。過去はどうあれ。今の君は探偵同盟のメンバーじゃないか。
No, it didn't. The past is the past. You're a member of the Detective Alliance now.
なんだか腑に落ちないんだ。もし仮に犯人が君だとしても、探偵同盟への復讐で犯行に及んだとは思えない。
And besides, something feels off. Even if you were the culprit, you don't seem like the type to resort to crime to enact revenge on the DA.
え？それはどういう意味だい？
Oh? What makes you say that? Oh, good. You know what? I'm glad that this is more of a valuable use of your time than puppy rotting in bed. But no cannibalism. I let out a sigh and speak my honest thoughts.
だって君は復讐とか関係なく殺したい人を殺す人だろ。
Because you kill who you want. It has nothing to do with revenge, right? I need to get Sarah figured out.
俺のことをよーく分かっていてくれて嬉しいよ。
You're not wrong there. I'm happy to see you know me so well.
僕は嬉しくないけどね。
Also, why are they bots with Prime Gaming now? Are people just getting hacked like all the time, and that's what all these accounts are? That makes one of you.
まあ君の言う通りさ。これまでに言ってきた通り、俺は俺の信念に基づいて命を奪い、罪を背負う。
You're right on the money. Like I said, I follow my own path, taking lives and carrying my sins.
復讐なんて温水でせっかくの罪を薄めてしまうなんてもってのほかさ。社畜探偵の誤解が解けるよう誠実な行動を心がけるから協力してくれ。
Revenge only dilutes a senseless act of violence. It's absurd. I'll make sure Workaholic realizes the error of his ways. And you're going to help. Renegade Detective extends his hand towards me. I grab his palm and shake it, but his face tells me he's hiding something. I can't let my guard down around this one. I mean, yeah, again, murderer! Renegade Detective stretches out on the floor, happy as can be. His breathing relaxes as he starts to fall asleep. Holmes then appears next to me, as if sensing my inner turmoil.
何を信じたらいいかわからないという顔だね。
I know that look. It's saying, I have no idea what to believe.
はい。一度にいろんな話を聞いて、正直どうすればいいかわかりません。
Yeah, I've learned so much I honestly can't make sense of it all.
社畜さんが下道探偵を殺す覚悟を固めた気持ちはわかります。もしかしたら本当に殺した方がいいのかもしれない。
I understand Workaholic's determination to kill Renegade, and maybe it really would be for the best.
だけど、どうしても納得できないんです。この先の脅威になるから殺すべきなんでしょうか。全てを疑うべきなんでしょうか。
But I still can't accept it. Just being a potential threat is enough to warrant death? Should I just doubt everyone and everything?
探偵としてどんな行動が正解なのかわからないんですよ。
As a detective, I have no idea what the right thing to do is.
わからなくて当然だ。探偵は別に常に真理を語る存在じゃないのだからな。
Well, that's only natural. It's not as though detectives do nothing but spout out absolute truths.
私が今ここで君に仮初めの正解を言ってそれ通りに行動させるのは簡単だが、それは君の求める答えじゃないだろう。
It would be easy to give you a correct answer to spring you into action, but that's not what you're after, is it?
悩めばいい。苦しめばいい。ゆっくりと答えを探せばいいさ。どこまでも続く暗がりの中で常に正解を探し求めてこそ探偵さ。
It's your duty to agonize, to suffer, to learn the truth slowly. That's what a detective must do. Find answers within the pits of despair.
君なりの正解を見つけ出すんだ、ワト君。私は隣で君の選択を見守っているよ。
Uncover the answer that's meant for you, Watto. I'll be here watching over you all the while. The following day, we get up and eat a simple breakfast before gathering before the cipher.
この矢印3つとも回転するみたいだね。この3つの角度を組み合わせるってことかな。
It seems all three of these arrows can rotate. Maybe we need to angle them a certain way?
見て、上に文字も書いてあるよ。答えはすぐそばにある。だってこのヒントが示す答えを矢印で表現するんじゃないかな。
Look, there's some writing above them too. It says the answer is at hand. Maybe we use the arrows to make the solution somehow?
すぐそばにある。食べ物かしら。
At hand, hmm? Maybe that means some kind of finger food.
それはあなただけだと思います。あと3つの矢印でどう表すんですか？
I'm pretty sure that's just your stomach talking. How do you indicate that using arrows anyways?
すぐそばにある命かな。矢印と命って漢字似てるよね。
Could the thing at hand be life? The Japanese character for life does resemble an arrow after all.
発想が怖いよ。確かに似てるけど3つの矢印の組み合わせでは作れないでしょ。
That's ominous. I guess you have a point, but I don't think we can write that character using these shapes alone.
上、下、右、左。これらの言葉で何かを表現するとか？ダメだ。僕こういうパズル大の苦手だよ。
Up, down, right, left? Is it trying to use those words to tell us something? Ugh, I'm horrible at this kind of stuff.
すぐそばにある。それはおそらくこの部屋の中にあることを示す言葉だ。でも周囲を見渡す限りヒントになりそうなものはない。僕は何かを見落としているのか。見落としているとしたら何だ？
At hand may indicate that it's in this room. Looking around, I don't notice anything in particular. Am I just missing something?
部屋の中にあるもの。 それはいい発想ですわね。科学さん、一緒にこの部屋の中を見て回りませんこと？
In this room? What a splendid interpretation! Might you fancy a sweep of the premises together, Techie?
見て回る必要はない。その必要があるとすれば、すぐそばという言葉と矛盾した印象を受けるためだ。ならどうすれば答えを見つけられる？きっと目線を変える必要があるんだ。考えろ、考えろ。
There's no need for that. Otherwise, at hand wouldn't make sense. So what is it then? We've got to consider another perspective. Think. Yeah, like, it feels like there's a lot of things you could do with that. But also, or like, if you wanted to punish him, there's got to be better ways to do that. Whether you're a workaholic or like just in general. But also,
考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ、考えろ。
上流階級なのに無視されましたわ。
well, I never. A woman of my standing spurned.
ひとまずそっとしておこう。きっといいアイディアを考えついてくれるよ。
Just leave him be for now. I'm sure he'll come up with something.
それにしてもこの矢印、棒の部分がやけに短いですわね。いかにも庶民らしい凡庸な美的センスですわ。
At any rate, the tails of these arrows are awfully short. Such an unbalanced design. How characteristic of common folk aesthetics.
矢印を描くのに庶民も何もないでしょうと少女はマジレスする。
Even common folk can handle drawing arrows, said the girl briskly.
でも確かにおかしな印象はあるよね。何かこの形である意味があるのかな。
Yeah, but these arrows are a bit strange. I wonder if their shape means something.
奇妙な矢印。それです。それですよ。
Strange arrows? That's it, Eureka!
科学くん
Techie? Techie quickly produces his laptop, its keys clattering as he types. We watch him for a while until he proudly beams at us, wiping sweat from his brow.
すぐ
Urethra.
そばにあるものの答えが分かりましたよ。
I figured out what's at hand.
食べ物？
Is it food?
命かい？
Is it life?
違います。
No,
二人
keep
は
quiet,
静か
you
にしてい
two.
てください。
ええ、下道さんたちの答えは違いました。ですが、ものを表している点では合っていたんです。
Yeah, gourmet and renegade are way off, but it does refer to something specific, that's for sure.
じゃあ僕らの身近にあるものって。
Hmm? So it's something close by?
無能さん、わかりませんか？今この場から見えるもので、この3つの矢印で表現できるものが。
Don't you get it, incompetent? It's something we can see right now, something these 3 arrows could represent.
この場から見えるものって。
Really? We can see it from here? It's the directions out of here or something? I don't know. I scanned the entire room thoroughly. There must be something plainly visible.
俯瞰的に考えてみてください。矢印だと考えるから答えが見えてこないんですよ。
Oh my god, it's Puppo. Hi, Puppo. How are you? Just trying to see the big picture. You're not getting it because you're still thinking of them as arrows.
これはあくまで3つのパーツなんです。この3つのパーツを組み合わせると。
Hi, Puppo. I look at the puzzle trying to make sense of it in my head. Eventually I begin to see something. It's a star? No. I think they make that shape. I mean, I guess a cube.
そうか。この3つで形作られるのは立方体。この部屋の形だったん
My
だ。
camera's broken. Oh no. I hope you're surviving nonetheless. The 3 arrows form a cube. It's the shape of this room.
はあ？矢印を3つつなげたところで立方体なんて作れるはずが。
Hmm? Can you truly form a cube by simply joining these arrows?
大正解です。 矢印の角度を PC の画面の通りにしてみてください。
Ding ding ding. Here, try arranging the arrows the way they're displayed on my screen. Oh no, something's supposed to copy. Oh no.
すると
Don't do
ほら
that.
この通り組み合わせたら立方体が完成するんですよ。この形を作るために矢印の棒の部分が普通より短く描
Whatever
か
happened
れ
to
ていたんです
hello? And voila! See, put them together and you get a cube. That's why their tails are shorter than usual, so they can create this shape.
なんですってまさかこんなことが。
Shit.
その状態でパネルを押し込めば
If you view them as arrows, it's hard to make sense of it. Good thing we had someone like Techie here to move them around on a computer screen. I'm positive the door will open if we push the panels while they're set up this way. Incompetent, would you mind doing the honors?
了解。
The
じゃあ
game
試
has been
してみ
going
る
well.
ね。
Sure, I'll give it a try. I've been moving towards the cipher panels. Renegade detective blocks my path.
待ちなよ。暗号を解いたのはガックンだろ
Just a sec. Wasn't Tech the one who solved this puzzle?
どうして無能くんが結果を試すんだいそれはちょっと理不尽じゃないかな。
Why did you have to test it then? Seems a tad unreasonable, don't you think?
僕は別にそんな
Huh? I don't really mind either way.
言いがかりはよせよ。科学くんの体じゃパネルを回すことも押し込むこともできないじゃないか。
もしこの推理が外れていたら、無能くんはペナルティで何らかの仕掛けに巻き込まれる可能性がある。それでも代わりに押させるのかな
Guess wrong, and you may be met with some sort of trap or penalty. Are you still willing to be his guinea pig knowing that?
体を言い訳に、リスクを誰かに背負わせるのが当然と思ってないか
He's using his body as an excuse, freely passing off all the risk to somebody else. Am I wrong?
そんなことありませんよ。僕は
No, I'm not. I
やめろよ。科学くんがそんなことを考えているわけないだろ。
Stop it. Techie doesn't think that way, okay? I brushed past Renegade Detective and approached the panels, pushing them without hesitation. Smush. With a satisfying sound, the new passageways open up in the walls.
ほら、普通に会っていたじゃないか。難癖をつけるなよ。
See? He was right. Now get off his case.
難癖じゃないよ。ただ心配なだけさ。
I'm not vilifying him. It was just a concerned party.
無自覚にリスクを他人に背負わせるガックンと、そのリスクを平気で引き受けちゃう君や他の探偵たちがね。
Concerned about how Tech unconsciously shifts danger onto others, that is, and how you and the rest of the detectives naively accept it.
リスクぐらい引き受けるさ。仲間なんだから当たり前だろ。
I'll gladly take on that risk. He's my friend. Shouldn't all this go without saying?
行こう、科学くん。君のおかげで暗号を解けたんだから気にしちゃダメだよ。
Let's move, Techie. Don't pay attention to him. It's all thanks to you that we solved that riddle, you know.
はい
Yeah. Ignoring Renegade Detective's words, I push Techie's wheelchair toward the open passage. Oh, poor Techie. Techie's expression remains troubled. No surprise, considering all the awful things Renegade Detective said to him. I remember him picking on Techie in the dungeon, too. I'll have to keep an eye on him to make sure nothing else happens.
さっさとこのような迷宮は抜けますわよ。リーダーである私についていらっしゃい。
Come, come. We shall navigate this maze in no time. Your trusted chief shall lead the way. Posh confidently marches into the passage alone, but the instant she disappears from our sight...
家族さんダメ。それ以上進まないで。
Posh, no, don't go any further.
家族さん大丈夫？
Posh, are you alright? I hurry ahead and catch up to Posh. Her eyes are wide and blood is dripping from her hand. Following her line of sight, I see droplets of red suspended in the air. No, wait, it's...
何か糸のようなものが貼られています
They're really getting their mileage out of this one. There's some wire strung across here.
これ洋館でも貼られていたワイヤーソーだよね。 まさか社畜さんが罠を。
This is the same wire that was used in the manor, right? Did Workaholic send this? Or set this?
気をつけて。この先の通路の至るところにワイヤー層が張られてる。油断して進んだら大怪我を負うよ。
Be careful. Wire saws have been installed all the way through this passage. We'll get badly hurt if we continue recklessly.
まるで洋館の地下通路に張られた罠の再現だな。
'Tis as though that underpass in the manor basement hath been mimicked to plague us anew.
もしかしたら洋館の罠も社畜探偵の仕業だったりしてね。
Maybe Workaholic was the one behind that too.
まさかそんなの信じられませんよ。
No, that can't be. I won't believe it.
私たちを本気で殺すつもりなのでしょうか。と、少女は元仲間の仕打ちに怒りを抑えきれなかった。
Does he truly intend to kill us? Said the girl, unable to suppress the rage she felt toward the actions of her former ally.
この程度では殺せないことくらい彼にも分かりそうなものだけれどね。何が目的なのかしら。
He probably knows something like this won't kill us. But what's his end goal, I wonder?
とにかく注意して進もう。ワイヤー以外の罠も用意されているかもしれないからね。
Let's stay alert and keep going for now. The wires might not be the only trap we have to worry about.
久しぶりの出番なのである。我がすべてのワイヤーを両断してみせよう。
Tally ho! At long last, my moment has arrived. I shall cleave through any obstacle that dares block our path.
武装さん、気合が入るのはわかるけど落ち着いて。僕も一緒に戦闘行くから。
Wait, I know you're excited, Armor, but try to stay calm. Here, I'll join you up front. Armor rushes forward unceremoniously, slicing through one wire after another. I'm reminded of my first moments in Gormenghast. Workaholic had been there, and I vaguely recalled Doleful and Armor clearing the trap together. Like Gourmet said, I don't believe he's trying to hurt us either. So why set this trap?
ワイヤーから漂ってくるこの匂い。分かったわ。
I recognize the scent on these wires. Just then Gourmet speaks from right behind me, her eyes round as dinner plates.
これは血の匂いよ。
It's the scent of blood.
それって。
What? But that means...
みんな足を止めて。
Everyone stop. The party goes still at Doleful's command. I look ahead and my eyes catch something. A strange red shape.
何やら赤いものが通路の奥には見えるな。
There's a red figure of some sort further down the passage.
一瞬でそうけだった。この王冠、黒い SPX の時と同
Guys,
じ
you've
だ。
got to be able to figure out what that thing is.
まずいよ。あの赤い影は
Context
絶
clues,
対にま
come
ず
on.
い。
My skin started crawling. The same as it did with the black SPX. Whatever that red thing is, it's definitely bad news. Oh god, it's a microwave fossil, look out! Beside me, Doleful's face has become drained of all color. It's just like when we ran into the black SPX. Could this be the red model that Workaholic mentioned?
皆さん、できるだけ足音を立てずに逃げましょう。あの赤い影には近づかない方がいいと思います。
Let's retreat, guys. Keep your footsteps as quiet as possible. We shouldn't get any closer to that thing. But just as I'm about to start distancing myself from the red figure, I realize that it's getting closer and closer. We aren't making any sound, and no other SPX has been able to detect us from so far away. Did it really manage to spot us at this range? Doleful, please.
みんな走って。
Everyone, run! I give the command before I can even think, and everyone breaks into a sprint at once. Then I hear a screech emanating behind us, one unlike anything I've heard until now. The mechanical shriek rumbles through the passage. Oh, that one didn't have the weird thing that the other one did. The mechanical shriek rumbles through the passage. From our rear, I can make out the sounds of snapping wires and rolling rubber treads. The noises rapidly grow louder, overcome by the threat of our imminent demise. A memory from 10 years ago suddenly pops into my head. Why am I recalling this now? Is this what it's like to have your life flash before your eyes? Unable to spare a glance behind us, we reach the front of the room where we stayed last night. we can get inside and reset the panel, we may be able to close the door. But as it stands, there's no way we'll make it in time.
科学君 SPX の言葉が解析できないか
I
な
don't think the red one is saying anything.
それがどんな加工をしても解析ができないんです。あの SPX は本当にただの機械音しか発していないのかもしれません。
There's a bit of a problem. No matter what I try, I can't get a read. The mechanical noise that SPX is just making might be just that. Noise.
それって
Wait, you mean... we have no way of dealing with it? But this maze and the SPXs within it were intended for child test subjects. Would they really include something that was impossible to take on? Huh?
科学君急に止まってどうしたの
Techie, why'd you stop? Techie frantically tries to operate his chair, which has suddenly ceased moving. But it doesn't budge an inch.
今無理に解析を行ったせいで車椅子のバッテリーが上がってしまったみたいで。
How does that take that much... whatever. I used so much power analyzing the sound and my wheelchair's battery died.
僕のことはいいので先へ行ってください。僕はフレンズで何とかします。
Just leave me and keep going. Me and my friends will figure something out. Techie's voice is trembling. It's obvious he's lying. No one can take on an SPX alone.
科学君
Yeah, this kind of feels like the mastermind finding a way to like take themselves out of it and be like, oh no, they died. I guess we can't suspect them. And then he'll come back in a couple chapters as the mastermind. Sir Techie. Armor and I simultaneously begin sprinting to Techie's side, but the red SPX is already right behind him. We're not going to get there in time.
ダメです。来ないでください。今来たら皆さんまで。
No, stay where you are. If you come any closer, you'll...
大事な若い命を放ってはおけない。そうだよね。
That's true, Fefushi, but that still feels like a lot. Can't go throwing out precious young lives. Don't you agree? Someone slips past armor and me in a flash. He rushes to Techie, getting between him and the red SPX, and offers up his own right arm.
魂のないメカに俺の仲間は殺させない。
I won't stand for some soulless machine killing my little pal here. So there. There's a muffled sound like tearing cardboard. Resembling a flurry of bright scarlet petals, fresh blood rains to the earth. A moment later, a flesh-colored object hits the ground.
ケドウさん。
Renegade? Techie's voice snaps me out of my trance. I'm dizzy and unable to fully grasp what happened, but soon I find myself propping Renegade upright.
けどなんて
Because he's invincible, he'll just grow back, he'll be fine.
どうして
Renegade, why did you...
おいおい、何度も言っているだろう。
True, he did lend him a hand. Come on, how many times do I need to say it? Renegade grins as he answers, his face bloodless and pale.
命はかけがえのない尊いものなんだ。あんな鉄くずなんかに奪わせちゃ
If he doesn't die here, we're real confused. Life is a precious, irreplaceable treasure. No, I'm letting that hunk of junk steal it from its rightful owner.
さあ、部屋まで戻ろう。体勢を立て直さなきゃね。
Now, let's get back to the room. We'll need to regroup.
フルメタルドロップキック
I don't know if I need to translate that one. The SPX is toppled by Armor's flying kick, slipping on the blood-slick floor. If we're going to escape, now's our chance. I support Renegade while Armor pushes Techie's wheelchair, and we sprint with all our might.
美食さんけど探偵の様子は
Gourmet, how's Renegade?
鎮痛剤で落ち着いて眠っているわ。片手を失ったっていうのに大したものね。
The sedative did its work. He's sleeping now. Losing an arm is quite the ordeal.
僕のせいで本当にごめんなさい。
It was my fault. I'm so sorry.
あの状況なら仕方がないよ。僕らが動き出すのが遅かったのが悪いんだ。
There's nothing you could have done in that situation. It was our fault for moving so slowly.
もっと素早く動けていたら
If only we'd reacted
それは
faster.
科学さんの異常に気づけもしなかった私たちへの皮肉かしら。
Is that meant to be a jab at the rest of us for not noticing Techie's predicament sooner?
あの状況で全員が助かったこと自体が奇跡。まずは全員が生きていることを喜ぶべきでしょう。 少女はしんみりムードを嫌っていった。
The fact that we all survived is a miracle. Let's be happy about that, said the girl, entirely put off by the somber mood.
そうかもしれないね。あの赤い SPX は今までのどんな機体よりも怖い気配を感じたよ。
Yeah, that's a good point. That red SPX, that red SPX though, it had the most intimidating aura of all the mechs so far.
もし下道探偵のおかげで隙が生まれていなかったら全員死んでいたかもしれない。
If Renegade hadn't bought us time, all of us might have been dead by now.
まさかあの距離でバレるなんて。今までの SPX よりも索敵能力が優れている機体なのかな。
I can't believe it sensed us over such a long distance. Could its tracking capabilities be higher than the other SPXs?
優れているのは索敵能力だけじゃないわ。
It wasn't just the tracking that
武
was
装ちゃ
superior.
ん、怪我をしたならちゃんと言いなさい。あなた、足
Hi,
に大怪我
Looney.
を
How
負っ
are
ているでしょ
you?
う。匂いでわかるわよ。
Yeah, have you not seen Gourmet? I thought you'd seen her before. Yeah, it still is a jarringly unfitting design for this game. But anyways, armor. Promise to speak up if you're hurt. Your leg is badly injured, isn't it? My nose clued me in.
武装さんが怪我って。
Asai Yeti. What? Armor's been hurt? I look at Armor's foot and see a deep gash in the metal. My mind shoots back to him kicking the SPX. Is that all it took to hurt him this badly?
すまない。みんなを不安にさせたくはなかったのだ。
Apologies. 'Twas not my desire to cause you concern.
我が奴にドロップキックを食らわせた一瞬で、奴の体の仕込み刀で切りつけられたらしい。
Upon visiting the fury of my dropkick upon that knave, its villainous blade struck me.
見ての通り、刃は鎧を砕き、我の肉体にまで届いている。奴の攻撃は、我の鎧でも防ぎきれないようだ。
As you can see, it rents my solids asunder and cut my flesh. Even mine armor could not withstand its ferocity.
そんなにもあの SPX の凶器は強烈なの？
Its weapons are that powerful?
黒い SPX だって武装ちゃんの鎧は傷つけられなかったのにね。
Meanwhile, the black SPX couldn't even leave a scratch on him.
あのトマト色の SPX は別格よ。今までみたいに武装ちゃんに盾になってもらっても防ぎきれないと思うわ。
That tomato red SPX is different. Even if armor jumps to our defense, I don't think we'll be able to hold it back. The gravity of it hits me all at once. That red SPX was truly something terrifying. If our paths cross again, we may not survive. What are we supposed to do now?
進むしかないだろ
Just gotta keep going, right? I thought Renegade had fallen asleep, but he suddenly springs to his feet.
下道探偵、眠っていなくて平気なの？
Renegade, shouldn't you get more rest?
う。悪いけど、どうにも5分以上眠っていられない体質でね。十分に脳は休まったし、傷口は止血したし、もう大丈夫だよ。
Sorry, but nah, my body only lets me sleep about 5 minutes. I rested my head and the bleeding stopped, so I'm all good. He says that, but his face looks pallid, which is only natural considering all the pain and blood loss he suffered.
気持ちは嬉しいけど、無茶するのはやめよう。僕らは急いで脱出する必要なんてないんだから。
I appreciate the thought, but enough joking around. We don't need to rush our escape.
あるよ。大ありさ。もしあの赤い SPX が社畜探偵による差し金だとしたら、立ち止まってなんていられない。
Oh, but we do. We definitely do. If Workaholic's the one responsible for that red SPX, we need to book it and stay on the move.
彼は俺を止めるために今暴走している。一人一人の命の重さというものを忘れてしまっているんだ。
He's gone berserk trying to stop me. The guy's already forgotten the weight of a human life.
俺は昔、大切な母さんを殺してしまった時に、命の重さに気づいた。
I
その
realize,
重さに耐える方法はたくさんあるけれど、正当化だけは見過ごせない。
I realized that weight myself way back when I killed my dear mom. There are many ways to bear it, but justification is one I just won't let slide.
探偵にしろ、犯罪者にしろ、自分が奪った命に対して責任は持つべきだろう。メカに頼って殺そうだなんて
Hi, Lexi. How are
美
you?
しくない。実に醜い考えだよ。
Whether detective or criminal, everyone ought to bear that weight responsibly. You know? Having mechs do your killing is distasteful. Even disgraceful.
そこまでしてでも社畜さんを追いたいんだね。
And yet, you still want to go after him? Without even a hint of humor, Renegade Detective gives a single deep nod.
無能殿、下道殿の言う通りなのである。社畜殿からもっと真相を教えてもらわなければ。
I too agree with Sir Renegade. We must learn the truth from Sir Workaholic.
いずれ突破しないといけない道ですわ。皆さんも命をかける覚悟で挑んでくださいまし。
I suppose we must cross this bridge sooner or later. As we proceed, be aware that your very lives are on the line.
もちろん、不安な方はこちらに残って救助を待っていただいてもよろしいですわ。次は正真正銘、
There's no way we're almost at the
命が
end,
けの
right?
戦いになりますからね。
Maybe his father deserved it. Maybe he had bad vibes. I don't know. Of course, anyone too fearful may remain here for help to arrive, because our next encounter shall truly be life or death. Hi, Mint. How are you? No one speaks up following Posh's comments. We all understand our position. If we can't make it through the passage guarded by the red SPX, we'll have no future to speak of. Our minds made up, we begin planning our strategy to defeat the red SPX.
既存の遊具を改造してドローンフレンズキョロキョロちゃんを作ってみました。
I reconfigured some of my existing friends and created this drone. Sneaky peeky.
通路
Aw,
の地
sneaky
形を記録す
peeky.
ることには成功したし、赤い SPX の動きを監視することもできるはずです。
Wow, that was fast. Maybe, I mean, his mom didn't seem to. And he only... maybe. The passage has been successfully mapped. We should be able to track the red SPX's
ありがとう。
movements.
さすがは科学くん。このマップがあれば安心して進めそうだよ。
Thanks, Techie. We can always rely on you. Now we can put our minds at ease a bit as we proceed.
あら、ドーナツみたいで美味しそうな形をしてるわね。
Oh, it's shaped like a donut. How delicious.
もし SPX が一定の方向にしか進んでいないのなら先へ行かせて、その後ろに続けば安全ですね。と。
そううまくはいかないと思う。
I don't know why I stopped reading it there. On the rectangle donut. I mean, yeah. Tim Hortons has plenty of rectangular ones. It's like a... Oh, what are they? What's one of them? Boston Cream? Isn't that one a rectangular one? Because I don't think... Or was it a Cream Supreme? No, Cream Supreme has a circular one. But I also don't think they have that anymore. I don't know. Anyways, if the SPX is only moving in one direction, then we should let it pass and follow safely behind it, suggested the girl. I'm not sure it'll be so easy. The SPX has unusually strong detection capabilities. It may catch us if we accidentally get too close.
じゃあガックンのドローンで赤い SPX の動向を確認
Yeah,
しな
Gourmet
が
is
ら
breasting boobily all
常
over
に
the
全
place.
く逆側の位置をキープし続けるのはどうだい？
What if we use Tech's drone to monitor the red SPX's movement and stay on the far side of the circle the entire
それ
time?
なら安全ですわね。時間さえかければ出口と思われるこの奥の通路にたどり着けるでしょうし。
That seems prudent enough. So long as we take our time, we should make it to that back passage, which I imagine is the exit.
所詮は応用力のない鉄の塊。
I cannot breast
私たち
boobily
が本気で
tragically.
対策
I'm
を
working
試
on
み
it.
れば相手
Got
に
a
な
lot of
りま
chest
せ
days in
ん
my
わ。
future preparing for that, but not yet. It is, after all, a mere hunk of steel with a total lack of adaptability. It stands no chance against us at our utmost. Oh. I mean, to be fair, we are not at our utmost. We are at least one arm short of our utmost. Yeah. What's wrong with me? This shouldn't be very dangerous at all. The denouement hasn't shown me anyone dying either. So why does my chest feel like it's about to burst?
無能殿、安心してくれ。
Fear not, Sir Incompetent. Armor clasps my shoulders, an unwavering confidence in his voice.
どのようなトラブルが起きようとも、我が必ず守り抜いてみせるのである。ここまで情けない姿ばかり見せてきているが、次こそは本当だ。
I've only been going for an hour. It feels so much longer. No. No matter what befalls us, I vow to protect you. Whilst I've been ever bootless thus far, next time shall be
だか
different.
ら希望を信じて前に進むのである。
So take heart, and let us advance.
信じてるよ、武装さん。それじゃあ下道探偵のプラン通りに進むことにしようか。
I have faith in you, Armor. Alright, let's try Renegade Detective's idea. No sooner do I say this than everyone quickly finishes preparing to move out. We use the mechanism to open the hidden passageway and proceed in a huddled mass. Armor and Dolph will take point as always. Techie, Bookworm, and Renegade Detective walk in the middle. Finally, Posh, Gourmet, and I bring up the rear. But we deserved it. I don't know if drinking justifies that, Looney. Goddamn. Techie operates the drone from his D-pad at the center of the group, scanning for the red SPX's location. We proceed inch by inch under his command.
また進行方向を変えました。皆さん、逆側に進みましょう。
It's changed directions. Everybody fall back.
もてあそばれている気分です。と少女は苛立ち気味に言った。
I feel like we're being toyed with, the girl said in aggravation.
パターンを読まれないように性格の悪いプログラミングがされているんだろうね。開発者とはぜひ一度話をしてみたいな。
It must have some nasty programming to prevent its actions from being predicted. I'd love to chat with its maker. The red SPX shifts directions back and forth. Just a bit further, though, and we'll reach our goal.
大丈夫。
Maybe just like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Dilf Jason, are you talking about Workaholic? Because he didn't die. He killed a little girl and then ran off. He's around here somewhere, though. Everything's alright. We're going to be fine. I repeat this to myself like a prayer as we press on. Just a bit further. Just a bit further and we'll make it through, or we'll all make it through this alive.
おっと。
Oof. Renegade Detective's stump arm bumps into the wall. He quickly catches himself with his other hand. His mild reaction makes me nearly doubt he lost a limb, but then I spy a streak of blood against the wall. It really was chopped off. No doubt about it.
大丈夫。平気そうな顔をしてるけど、痛いんでしょ。
You okay? You seem fine, but that must have hurt.
俺のことまで心配してくれるなんて優しいな。
Worried about me? You're too kind.
痛みには慣れていてね。もし炎で身を焼かれても、俺は悲鳴一つ上げずに絶命する自信があるよ。
I'm used to pain. Even if I was lit on fire, I'd die without a single scream. Guaranteed.
縁起でもないことを言わないでくれよ。
Don't say things like that. It's bad luck.
まあ、つま
Don't joke about that.
平気ってことさ。
Don't let it happen.
優しい言葉をありがとう。本気でまずくなったら泣いて君にすがることにするよ。
Look, it'll be fine. Or I'll be fine. Thanks for caring, though. If things get bad, I'll fling myself upon you while weeping up a storm. I find myself thinking about how this guy could probably laugh himself silly while burning alive. At that moment, everything goes wrong.
皆さん、逃げてください。なぜか赤い SPX が急に加速し始めて。
Everyone, run. The SPX is accelerating. Again, no message in there. Metallic screech drowns out Techie's words. Its devastating voice is like a death knell. We waste no time wondering how it found us. Instead, we spring into action. We run on and on, barreling down the corridor in no time. Thankfully, there's still a good distance between us and the SPX. We should be able to make it to the next passage before it catches us.
科学君、大丈夫。僕が後ろから押すよ。
Techie, are you alright? Let me push you.
はい、大丈夫です。予備のバッテリーに差し替えたのですが、出力が弱くて。
Thanks. I've switched to my reserve batteries, but they aren't very strong.
私も押します。と少女は無能探偵に続いた。
I'll help push, said the girl, following incompetent detective's lead.
全員で生き残るって約束だものな。
Well, we did promise I'll make it out alive, didn't we? Keep going while helping Techie make up for his lowered speed. We're right there and then. Right then and there, whatever. Oh no. Armor, stop! Oh no.
床に穴が開いた。
God, a pit hath opened. God, a pit hath opened in the floor.
そんなこんな時に罠だなんて。
What? A trap now of all times? Just give me one sec. I just need to. I love dealing with people who pretend they're not scammers. It's so much fucking fun. I say that, but chide myself inwardly. Part of me always knew this was a possibility. Newsbreak hats are so uncomfy. Newsbreak. There we go. Oh, also, yeah, the BetterHelp. It's so bizarre to still see people advertising BetterHelp as if we didn't all witness them, like, collapsing. Like, there was a whole scandal about them. I don't know why everyone's just, like, still taking their money, but whatever. That's right. I was already aware that we might run into a trap. The simple donut-shaped maze was suspiciously straightforward. Of course, there'd be some kind of pitfall to trip us up. And yet I'd blocked out that unpleasant idea.
ぼーっとしている暇はないぞ、ワト君。このピンチを切り抜けないと。
This is no time for daydreaming, Watto. You must seek a means of escape. Oh my god, find a way out. Holmes calls out to me and I shake off my thoughts of weakness. She's right. We need to find a way around this trap, otherwise we'll have no chance of getting out of here.
万が一のために洋館からロープを持ってきて
We
おい
brought
て
rope from the
正解で
manor?
したね。見てください。向こう側にロープ。
It was the right call to bring some rope from the manor just in case. Look, we can tie it to that pillar on the other side. One of us could attach it if they manage to get over there.
穴の幅はおよそ5メートル。鍛えている男性なら走って飛び越えればなんとかなるかもしれません。
I don't think anyone forgot. I think everyone's hoping that the consumers have forgotten more than anything. The hole is about 5 meters across. Someone athletic might clear it with a running start, said the girl, sharing her objective opinion.
よし、僕が試してみるよ。これでもバイト先の先生に言われて少しは鍛えているからね。
Okay, I'll give it a try. My boss always did say I was in good shape.
待って無能君、石を投げ込んでみたけど地面に落ちた音が聞こえない。相当な深さに違いないよ。
Wait, incompetent. I tossed a stone down, but I didn't hear it hit the bottom. That's how deep this hole
そ
is.
れにここからでも汗をかくような熱気まで感じる。落ちたら絶対に助からないよ。
And even from up here, the heat makes me sweat. If you end up falling in, you'll never make it.
でもやるしかないよ。すぐ後ろには SPX も来ている。このままだと全滅だ。
I have no choice. The SPX is right behind us. We're all going to die if someone doesn't do something. Hey, P Daddy, how are you?
部下にこのような危険を冒させるのは不本意ですが、
Congrats
や
on
って
getting
もらうほか
second.
ないようですわね。
I despise putting my own underlings at risk like this, but there's no other recourse.
しんがりは我が務めよう。成功を信じているぞ、
Congrats on getting the third
無
loony.
能殿。
Yeah, they should. I don't know. Sorry, I hate getting distracted, but this is so. Hey, Lunex, how's the cutie? That's not today. Oh no, I'm sorry. Investigations so far haven't really happened. We've mostly just been, well, I guess, what's his face got his arm cut off, so that's something. Renegade. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Next. Sorry, I'm just trying to deal with this bullshit, because there's just a... love it when someone gets very indignant that they're not a scammer, that they always deliver the work that's been promised, and that they're never, ever, ever, ever failing to deliver. And then when you say, hey, where's the artwork that you owed us from 4 months ago, they say, oh, I recently had a Wi-Fi problem and made my laptop completely unusable, but it's still happening, don't worry. This person has tweeted, I think, at multiple times a day, every day for 4 months. To the bad seed on this earth. Love pink, love bokeh. I mean, I didn't say that. Someone else said that. Whatever. Some people think that a handful of, like, some people think that having some followers on Twitter means that, like, you're just immune from consequences and you can just lie about how you're definitely not a scammer. But, like, fucking tired of it. So obnoxious. Every one of my friends who's gotten a comm from him has, like, talked about it and been like, yeah, this isn't really the quality I paid for. And he doesn't post half his comms because they're not of that quality, but whatever. If I was charging those rates, I would at least actually do that. Thank you for the hydration check, Puppo. We're talking about an artist named bokeh. Haiti Bobs on Twitter. I'm not afraid to say it at this point. I commissioned a piece from him. It was not the quality it was supposed to be. It took a month just to get a basic detail added. There's very dramatic music for this. It was an NSFW piece, so I can't, like, show it on stream. But it was really not of the quality that he usually does, which is why I was a little bit shocked. But I was like, you know what? I ordered it in flat colors, or like flat instead of like fully rendered. Maybe that's the issue. No, it wasn't really the issue. Everything looked janky as shit. He didn't include my model's braid in it, which is like the only distinguishing feature. So I was like, hey, can you add that? And it took, let me just check actually real quick. It looks so melted. Yeah, but yeah, that was in, that was in September of last year that I commissioned that one. September 22nd specifically, and he said 2 weeks if that's okay. He said it was done on December 5th, which is not 2 weeks. But it wasn't done because it didn't have the detail of the braid, which I'd specifically mentioned before, and all of these things. And I was like, this was on December 5th, and I was like, hey, can you like add that? Because that is like an important detail of my model. It's really like the only distinguishing thing that he has. And it took, again, that was, what was it, December 5th? I messaged him, I don't even know how many times, asking for it to be finished. And it wasn't done until January 25th, which is 2 full months after that. So just, so timeline is in order. And around that time, me and Papa had also commissioned a piece from him because I'm stupid and didn't realize that I shouldn't do that. On January 13th, that we paid for. That was supposed to be done, when was that? Quote, after this commission I'm working on, 2 to 3 days. And I said, like, you'll start on it in 2 to 3 days? And he said, oh, expect it to be done after 2 to 3 days. And I was like, oh, cool, interesting. So I kept asking him for updates. Oh, is he private now? I don't think he's private. No, he's not. Or wait, unless he's like just changed that. No, he looks like he's still available. Unless he got blocked, which would be really funny. But yeah, it was not done in 2 to 3 days. It will shock you all to learn. And this was a your character here thing. The template was already done. This was a Halson piece if you'd seen it on his feed. And so with the Halson piece, again, I'm trying to keep the timeline in line here for everybody. January 13th is when we paid for it. February 15th, nothing. But I did send him the new reference sheets that I'd gotten. And he said on February 29th, 6 weeks later, expect the Halson piece tomorrow. I'm on a roll with comms right now. Hi, Azrak, we're talking about Boki, Haiti Bobs. I'm fucking annoyed with this behavior. And so then he said, you know, it'll be done tomorrow. So I asked him tomorrow, March 1st, hey, Boki, were there any updates? And he said, hi, I'm about to start in a bit. 4 days later, March 5th, has there been any progress on this piece? You said to expect the piece on Friday, and there hasn't been anything since, so I'm wondering what's going on. March 5th. Oh, yes, I'm currently doing it right now. Sorry for the delay. My laptop had Wi-Fi issues yesterday. Just keep that excuse in mind. So I said, okay, when should we expect the sketch to be done? And then he said, later today, I'll aim to finish it this day too. 2 days later, I DM him and say, any updates? Nothing. March 10th, again, keep in mind, it's been 2 months now since it's been commissioned. That was supposed to be done right away. I said, can I get an update? It's been nearly a week since you said it would be done that day, and I feel like I'm being led on, especially since we were told we were second in line for comms back in January, and you've posted half a dozen other comms since then, which is what he posted. He posted a lot of art. He said, hi, I'm so sorry you felt that way. I keep juggling comms every now and then, and I get piled up. I understand the frustration. We'll send an update. Again, I truly apologize. He sent an update that was just the YCH. It didn't have any features from myself or Puppo. It was just the Halson that was at the center of it, and he used that to advertise that the YCH was still available, so he kept taking comms for it. March 17th, I asked for updates. He said, yeah, hi, currently working on it. Nothing for another week. So I said, is this piece actually making some progress? On March 25th, I keep seeing other comms getting posted, even though you told me back in January. Like this whole thing, that was basically like laying out the timeline of it all. Just going off of Twitter, you've done at least 8 comms in that time, and literally 0 progress has been shown to us with our models for this art that was running down on Halson, but then that rendered version was used to advertise the YCH was still available. I understand delays, I have no problem waiting, but I do have a problem with being repeatedly told that it'll be done on/by a certain date, and then that date passes without an update. I have to bother you to figure out what's going on. Then he didn't respond to that. So 3 days later, I DM'd him again and was like, all right, this is incredibly disrespectful. I need this piece to actually make some progress. I'm going to need a refund. And he said, oh, hi. Okay. I'm really sorry for the uncertain dates. And I said, it's not just uncertain dates. It's outright lying to me about what to expect. It's taking my money and my friend's money and then not working on this piece while continuing to advertise it as a YCH. And it is deliberately and repeatedly choosing not to respond when I ask for updates when being very active on Twitter. I sent that last message and got no response, even though you tweeted like 20 times, which if you follow him, he tweets fucking constantly. So it's not like he was not able to be like, there are some artists that I've commissioned who like just aren't on Twitter very often. And so like sometimes communication is hard there, but like you can see him tweeting a bunch anyways. I said I have not set any deadlines or dates for this project, but I have trusted you when you say what date you plan on getting it done, and that trust has been abused. He said, I know I do apologize for your frustration. I apologize for not being transparent with you and for setting up dates I can't meet. I'll prioritize it now and send it to you right away. Again, I do apologize. If I don't finish it today, I'll give you a full refund. I'll also add another additional art while I'm at it for free as compensation, so also keep that in mind. So please let me know what you think. And I said, okay, I'd be happy to get it. However, to be clear, this needs to be actually of the quality we paid for, which is a fully rendered commission. And that other commissioners are receiving. If that isn't possible, I'd like to just receive the refund and move on. As far as the compensatory artwork, I'm going to move this so I'm looking in the right place. As far as the compensatory artwork goes, that would be lovely, but I'm afraid that it would end up being another situation where it feels like I'm having to chase updates. If there's a commitment that wouldn't be the case, we would be happy to accept it and we'll send you the reference post for it. And he said, it is possible, do not worry. I'd love to see the references. I'll work on it back to back. So I sent him reference poses, sent him our artwork, whatever. And he said, awesome, I'll work on it right away. I waited 24 hours because it was supposed to be within 24 hours. I said, all right, you said you'd have it done by the end of the day, and it wasn't. Like, not even the sketch. Within the next 24 hours, I either need to have the art finished or I'd like a refund so I can just move on from this. Are we both on the same page here? Again, this is 2.5 months after we paid for it. And he said, oh, I'm working on both of the pieces I promised you. Was not aware of the time zone. It's almost finished. Again, our previous conversation had happened at 12:59 a.m. for me, and then I sent that message at 1:38 a.m. the next day. So it was over 24 hours. It wouldn't matter what time zone it was the next day regardless, but whatever. And then he sent us the update, and it was just fucking janky. It was not finished. Like, it was rough as hell. It was not finished to the quality that it was done. There were very clearly a bunch of corners cut. Like, Puppo looked like he'd been copy pasted on top of it and also had a sunburn for some reason. And like, if you follow him, you've seen him. You know the quality of his art. This was nothing like that. And I'm like, yeah, it was shit. And he said, here's the Halls on YCH. The compensation art is on the way. Give me a moment. And so I sent him a long ass message where I was like, yeah, so we're clearly not rendered as much. The tip of Puppo's tail is literally flat. On top of that, a bunch of pose changes were made. All of these things that happened. Puppo's pose was totally changed from the YCH pose we agreed upon, given that he's not layered properly underneath Halston. It just looks like he's like licking a picture. He's not part of it. Also looks half sunburnt. Can't understand why he's red. Face was on at a different angle. Eyebrows are wrong. I've seen lots of your artwork. This is not the quality of your artwork that I expected from a fully rendered piece, and it feels pretty clear that this is just rushed to avoid having to give it or issue a refund. However, as we agreed upon, it needed to meet the quality that other commissioners have received, and this absolutely doesn't meet that standard. Please just forget about the compensatory art and refund us the $90 we spent. We did not get what we paid for, and I've tried to be as understanding as possible, but it's clear that we were just being disrespected, and I'm tired of it. I understand. I will in a moment. I said that'd be 90 USD to my email for PayPal. Please send it as friends and family. He said, will do. And then 2 minutes later, and done. I truly apologize for this. I'll still be doing the compensation art as promised. So even though we said, like, fine, whatever, he still said, I'll still be doing it. So I checked my PayPal after I got that message, and what he sent me was 90 Canadian dollars, which is 66.46 USD, which is not the same thing as $90. And this was when I really was just like, fuck this guy. Like, this is the moment in all of this where I got so fucking angry. Like, I was pissed about all of this. I was pissed that the first com I got from him wasn't of the standard I expected, but I was like, whatever, it happens. Like, there have been, like, different artists have different, like, standards for what they consider to be, like, fully rendered versus, like, cel-shaded, whatever. Like, if you've commissioned any number of artists, you've definitely seen that experience happen, where it's like, you're just, different people set the standard different places for their own art. And so that was kind of where I was like, okay, maybe, you know, caveat emptor, buyer beware. Maybe I just should have paid for the fully rendered whatever. Wouldn't have changed that he didn't deliver it on time. Wouldn't have changed that he refused to communicate properly, and all this other shit. And so I said, you know, no, not done. You sent 90 Canadian dollars. That's only 66.46 USD when we paid 90 USD. Can you actually send me the remaining 23.54 USD that we are owed? And he said, oh, sorry, didn't realize. Done. And so he sent that. And then today somebody posted a whole thread talking about how he was scamming them. And it's interesting because I have a bunch of friends who've gotten art from this person recently. And they keep getting low quality shit from him that doesn't match what he posts. So, and a bunch of my friends are like, yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't gotten one from him because he did the same thing to you that he did to, or did the same thing to me that you did to you, where the quality wasn't there. Kiefer did get shafted. And like, if you've ever worked with Kiefer in your life, you know that Kiefer is a sweetheart. Kiefer would never fuck around with somebody, always very friendly. Did you ever get art with that refund? No, we did not. Because what happened was today, after I saw that thread of somebody calling him out, and then he posted this thread that pissed me off, where he said, it wasn't even really a full thread. It was, he said, some heavy accusations have been thrown at me a while ago, and let me just clear and address the situation. Small thread. I do not scam people. If they have asked for refunds, I do give it to them unless I haven't started the artwork yet. Which, what do you mean you don't give them the refunds if you haven't started the artwork yet? I don't know what that means. Anyways, yes, some comms I do take longer than usual. I am aware that I give uncertain release dates at most times because of the IRL stuff I am dealing with, but I always make sure that I send my clients the artworks they asked and paid for. Untrue. I don't ever scam, or ever scam. We did get the full refund, so it's fine. For that piece, the first one I just let slide because it happens. And then he said, I've been doing commissions since 2019, and this is actually the first heavy accusation I've encountered. This is going to be a short one, but again, I do not scam, will never scam, and won't ever scam. End of thread. Good night, Lexi. And this is what pissed me off, because I know the reason why he hasn't gotten accusations before, because he's a fucking big artist. Man has, 153,000 followers. Hi, Baji. Yes, one of them. Like, of course we're not going to talk about it publicly. None of us are big enough creators to really, like, be able to, like, if he sends a whole crowd after us, if he says this person ripped me off, this person was a bad client, they harassed me and threatened me and all these things, people aren't going to care about the truth. They're just going to listen. And even if 1% of that guy's audience listens, that's like 3,000 people. And so then I sent him a message today and said, hey, so is that compensation art ever happening? Or should I just write it off given that it's been 4 months with 0 updates? And he said, and this is maybe the best part of the whole story to me, oh, I recently had a Wi-Fi problem and made my laptop completely unusable. But it's still happening, don't worry. Let me just go to this man's page real quick. When did he most recently open his comms up? July 13th. Specifically opening 8 slots for July. Yeah, that's the wording that's exactly what he said to me. Pretty sure he's opened up his comms in each of the months that this has happened. Or since then. Let's see. Did he open them for June? Yes, he did open them for June. There were a few, or it's Boki Day tomorrow, so I'm opening a few slots. A little extra coin won't hurt. No fucking kidding if you're not delivering anything for it, but whatever. Yeah, Boki is pulling for diplomatic victory and he's not being very diplomatic about it. But anyways. So I said, you've opened comms multiple times since then and I've seen a bunch of them get delivered to strangers as well as friends. Friends who have, incidentally, reported having similar issues to what I had. Please do not insult my intelligence with excuses. Like, it's been 4 months. Please be serious here. And he said, I do apologize. I really do mean no harm. Expect it today, I promise. Yeah, no, the like, oh, I can't connect to the internet thing. That pissed me off. My model artist, who also didn't finish my model, and I had to get a partial refund for that as well, made the same excuse of like, oh, I didn't have Wi-Fi. And it's like, girl, I've seen you posting. What? But yeah, I don't know. This whole situation pisses me off. And even tried to correctly. That's true. One of the things that happened with the art piece that we got, hi Ditz, mostly just rambling. I'm gonna get back to the game soon, I promise. I don't mean to get distracted for this long. This is also skimming over a lot. Like, I DM'd him, like, I wasn't like spamming him, but if he gave me a deadline to like, oh cool, I'll be done it in 3 days, I'll give him a week and then I'll DM him and be like, hey, so like, anything happening? Because like, I don't impose deadlines on artists that I work with really ever, unless it's like something that does need to be done on time, in which case like, I'll let them know in advance, I'll ask them if that's possible, and if it's not, then I'll just say like, okay, we'll do something else later. But like, when someone tells me it'll be done on this day, then I expect it to be done on that day, or I expect you to give me the update. I don't want to have to fucking chase you down. I'm paying you money. It is a business. Like, whatever. 1 million hammers. I will put him in the maze. But no, it pisses me off. It's frustrating when people do this, especially because it makes people get more suspicious of artists, and it makes them less charitable, and it makes them more hostile, and I don't think that's acceptable either. I said to him, I would love for this to be the time that that's finally true. And that's where I'm leaving it for now. Because I do want to get back to this game, and I feel bad that I've rambled about stupid bullshit for this long, but it pisses me off. That is the experience. Yeah, like, Kane Kurashiki, put him in the notary game. Send him to the principal's office and have him notary gamed. Points. I'm so proud of you, Looney. But yeah, Yeah, the ad is Hadeebobs, H-A-I-D-E-E-B-O-B-S. That's H-A-I-D-E-E-B-O-B-S. Truly don't appreciate the disrespect. And I've had other artists who've like failed to deliver with me as much. But you're joking. Yeah. It really is. It's getting hot in here. But yeah, like I've had other artists who've like delivered things that just didn't meet the standard or didn't look right or whatever, and I don't like putting them on blast. I never really have before. But this is like genuinely, it pisses me off that he's going out there, you know, indignantly being like, I can't believe anyone would ever accuse me of this. I have never. How dare you sully my good name? And it's like, Mitch, the only reason anyone I know mentions your name is as a warning to like not throw money at you. Nope, that is probably the correct account. If it's got 14 tweets a day, all of them not related to not doing his fucking job that he's been paid for, that is the correct account. Also, I need to check and make sure that my AC actually is not pouring water everywhere. I will be back in like 5 seconds. I actually need to run to the bathroom and get some water anyways, so we'll do that. I'll run the ad now and get it out of the way, and then we'll be back to playing the game, I promise.
The LGBT community is rich in sensibility, has excellent taste, and is full of talented artistic people.
Okay, we're back. Let me just recalibrate real quick. Also, yeah, don't let this color your interpretation of all artists. I've commissioned, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, I've commissioned, based off of this anyways, about 40 different artists over the year or so that I've been doing this. And it's, let's see. Yeah, the pick is, every time I see it, I just get disappointed. But anyways, I'm just adding, oh yeah. But yeah, like, I've commissioned about 40 artists. I've only ever had one of them that was, like, Boki. That was like this. I've had, like, 1 or 2 other artists deliver something that wasn't really, like, what I expected, and, like, just... I didn't, like, anticipate how my model would look in their art style or whatever, like, that sort of thing, you know? Like, that happens when you commission people. Like, sometimes someone makes very pretty art, but the way they interpret your character just isn't how you imagined they would, and so, like, that's kind of disappointing, and it happens. But, like, overwhelmingly, my experience with artists has been great. You can, if you're ever curious about it, you can always ask, like, go through their media tab, see who else they've commissioned, or like search them up by their and see who's posted commissions for them in the past. See what they have to say about it, like if it was a good experience, a bad experience, whatever. You can find a lot. But yeah. And also, just for the record, all of my streams are saved unedited as VoDs on youtube.com/@thevivrossVods. I'm not gonna like edit this shit out. It's gonna stay in there. It's gonna be preserved. I don't care if we eventually get this thing delivered. Like, it's on the record now. And if I do get an update from him, I will respond in the way that is appropriate for how he handles his issues and he considers to be a professional, acceptable way to do so, which is that I'll consider updating you guys maybe at some point. You'll probably have to ask me about it though, and don't expect a response for a week. But maybe like next, if I hear back from him today, let's say, maybe next week when we're playing Process of Elimination, I'll give you guys the update. That's what professional communication sounds like, I've heard. Anyways, moving on with the game. So sorry for getting derailed. Oh, he did react with a saluting emoji to that, which to me saying I would love for this to be the silence finally true. So that's funny. Anyways. Thanks, Armor. Okay, here goes nothing. Just the Lord intended. I moved back from the side. You know what? I'm gonna say that we were just building anticipation for them finally making this fucking jump. It's a weird laugh. I don't know why. That's not how I'm supposed to sound. I'm definitely tipsy. Oh my god, I'm not. If I was tipsy, this would be messier. I'd just be adding him on Twitter. Anyways, I moved back from the side of the chasm. My heart is pounding. I have 5 meters to cover. If I get scared and make any missteps, it's all... 5 meters is so fucking far to jump. Bitch, you're not making it. Hold on. F slurs per second. Okay, so the world record for men's long jump is 9 meters. For women, it's 7.52 meters. That's a world record. Olympic records are a little bit shorter. World Championship records are about the same. World Indoor Championship records are like 8.62 for men and 7.23 for women. So like, you're not making it 5 meters. He's tried to build it up. Yeah, that red fucking SPX is fucking crawling its way over here. I just have to go. Like, bitch, you are not making this jump. I sprint with all my might and jump just before reaching the edge. My eyes reflexively squeezed shut in terror. Bitch, you've got to catch the ledge. It'll be okay. I'm in good shape for the average person. I should be able to clear 5 meters. Like, he's 17. I remember being 17. We had to do, like, track and field shit. And we had to do long jump. And you'd get, like, a couple meters. I mean, I guess maybe 5 meters. Because also, I guess he does get to fall some distance if he can catch himself on the edge. So maybe it is more doable. Still pretty unreasonable, but whatever. I can do this. I can. I mess up my landing and roll across the floor. Wow, so we cleared it with like room to spare. When I open my eyes, I see the ground. I'm alive. I didn't fall in. By some stroke of luck, I made it across. I mean, we've seen the SPXs. They're like, they do look like Eva from Wall-E. Yeah, he cleared it. And they're not even like, oh my god. That was amazing and confident. Finally, they're incompetent. Now cast the rope onto us and on. Yeah, like run to the wall and jump, something like that. Yeah, incompetent feels more like not a correct thing. Okay, I've tied it to the pillar. Catch, Armor. I saw the remains electrocute themselves. After fastening the rope to the pillar, I toss it to Armor across the way. He catches it, tying around the pillar beside him. Alright, now we've got the rope spanning the hole. Thong really wear a thong. So if it falls on the pillar, it would be very funny. Can you make it with just one arm? No problem. Easier than scratching my back. Will you be able to manage, Bookworm? Would you prefer to ride on my back? Renegade's look is pretty good. Oh, don't worry. I've already booked my trip, said the girl, politely declining. Okay, Bookworm, hold on tight. Why do I feel so defeated? The detectives grab the rope, crossing one by one. Yeah, like this is like if you were like you're not breaking like Usain Bolt level records, but like you're putting up a qualifying score in some sports. If you're able to jump 5, like keep in mind he's barely eaten for the last few days. Like they've had like expired rations. He hasn't had really very much water, I don't think. They're in a cold like stone maze. Like bitch. Yeah, give up on detective work. Become an Olympic athlete. Paris is waiting. He's gonna jump over the Seine. Anyways, I see the red SPX down the passage, but there's still some distance between us. This is great. We're gonna make it. That's more. That's nationals at least for high school. Sir Taki, what ails you?
ごめんなさい。
Something smells like it's
手
burning.
が震えて全然腕に力が入らなくて。
Let me just check and make sure. I am a little bit worried actually. Sorry, I think everything's fine. I just wanted to make sure because I was worried that like some wires had gotten crossed or something. I don't know if they're walking across it. They just have to get across it, but yeah. Anyways, my hands are shaky. I don't think my arms are strong enough. Taki struggles to hold the rope, tears welling in his eyes. Yeah, are we gonna leave him without it? Looney, that's been there for months. Everyone keeps asking about that as if it hasn't... as if it's new. I feel like we have this discussion once per, like at least 3 times per week at this point, right? Oh yeah, so long. I don't know at this point. I have to. Oh my god, maybe. You don't have to apologize. I'm not saying that you've asked. A lot of people ask. One person every couple of days will be like, by the way, when did Emperor get added? And I think it's really funny that people keep on discovering it. It's like how people don't realize that like they can redeem for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Fossil, I'm sending you to prison. Prison abolition for everyone except for Fossil. Anyways. I decided to cross over and carry him on my back. What armor is there? Armor can carry it. What? Why are we doing this? Probably Tenchi, Jesus. Why Tenchi? It's so specific. Anyways. Prison complex infos. So true. I don't actually have any art of fossil or of well, I don't know if the art of fossil there is, but of Tenchi doing that. So no. I'll be right there, Taki. Wait for me. Okay, never mind. The only problem I can see, or the only problem is whether I'll be fast enough. I can already see the red SPX in the passage. We have to make it across before that machine catches us. It's wasting its time itself.
よし、お待たせ。それじゃあ科学君、僕の背中にしがみついてもらってもいいかな。
Fossil just sent me a message that says the F slur on it. Hateful. Sears? No. You need like a like a very small niche museum in a small town. Like museum for Norwegian immigration to Canada in the 20th century in a town of like 3 people. Sears all around. There, sorry for the wait. Just hold on my back, okay, Taki?
余ったロープで僕と科学君を結びつけてもらってもいいかな。
Armor, can you use the leftover rope to tie us together?
待ってほしいのである。一つや
Oh
って
my
おか
god,
なければ
armor!
ならないことがある。
DMV is what you're thinking of. One moment, there's something I must do, or something I must yet do, whatever.
武装さん、
Armor,
僕
why
の
are you holding my
車椅子を
chair?
持って何を
We don't have that here. We have the registry.
ここで車椅子を失っては役立たずになると思っているがゆえの涙であろう。
MDV. Were you not in tears a moment past, afeared of losing your wheeled chair, thus ceasing to be of use to our fine company?
安心してくれ。科学殿の武器は我が無事に向こう側まで運んでみせるのである。
Fear not, Sir Teki. I shall safely bear your throne to the other side. I like that he's the only character who sounds like he's from the Yakuza games, and I don't know how else to explain it. No chance on your DMV. Yeah, no, we do just have the registry, which is the exact same thing, and also it's not better, or it's not worse, but it does suck ass. Armor? They keep trying to privatize it here for some reason. Armor grabs Teki's wheelchair and slowly hoists it up. Blood drips from his wounded leg. That the strain would reopen his wound is only to be expected. Nevertheless, he heaves the chair aloft without even flinching. Armor, don't push yourself so hard. Just leave the chair.
科学殿は我と違って
Just fucking yeet that thing.
まだ
Surely it's
活
strong
躍で
enough.
きる人なのである。
You, Sir Teki, unlike myself, have far more to contribute.
ここで移動手段を失うなどあってはいけないのだ。
God damn it, Fossil. Never shall I suffer you to lose your means of travel. The chair easily clears the 5-meter hole. Dolph and the others make sure to secure it. Why couldn't we have just put him in the chair and chucked it across like that? Why couldn't he have thrown me across the hole? Just made sure of that.
ロープが切られぬうちに渡り切るのである。
Good now. All that remains is to cross over. Hi, before the rope is severed. We're gonna cross, he's gonna slice the rope, and then he's gonna try and fight the thing, and he's gonna get fucking obliterated. I frantically scramble across or along the rope at his urging. Saving Teki's wheelchair despite his own injuries, Armor truly is a selfless soul. I hear a mechanical screech echo up behind me. The sound, in tandem with the rumbling of treads, rushes towards us. I glance back to see the SPX moving faster than any other mech we've seen. Damn it, at this rate, it'll reach us before we're across.
振り返るな。
Do not look back. Armor bellows. He grabbles the SPX before its opponent, stopping its charge. Yeah, sharp clang resounds throughout the passage. Honestly, you just need to push him into the hole. Armor?
早く科学殿を向こう側まで連れて行くのだ。無能殿。
Sir Incompetent, you must escort Sir Teki to the far side. Make haste!
我はここまで役立たずであったが、ようやっと
No, he's
役
gonna
に立てる
die.
時が来た。
I have been ineffectual to this very moment.
必ず守り抜く。
But now my hour hath come. I shall protect you all.
だから行け。
Now go! I don't know what voice I'm trying to do for him. Oh. Metallic clangs ring out as his armor collides with the SPX's steel frame. His suit is pierced, causing metal fragments to fly all around. My chest aches. What we're seeing right now could end up being the final shining sparks of Armor's life.
分かった。君も早くこちらへ来てくれよ、武装さん。
Okay, just get over here as soon as you can, Armor. Essential parasocial software. I don't know how to do that. I don't think I can do that, like, in a way that would be specific to this, at least. I keep my gaze forward using the rope to pull us to the other side. We have to get across. If we don't, Armor can't join us. I think there's other reasons why Armor can't join you. Somehow we make it all the way to the end. Now it's Armor's turn.
武装さん、さあ、こちらへ。
Armor, get over here! At that moment, I hear the rope snap. The SPX struck it with its blade. The line goes slack, falling away from Armor. Yeah, I don't really know how Gourmet is still going. Voice Armor is a Discord kitten. Just like that, the only way across is gone. It's only a matter of time before Armor...
武装さんは死なせない。
Armor, I won't let you die! I don't know if we get to let him. My body moves without any input from my brain. Snatching up the broken rope, I fling it toward him as hard as I can.
このロープを掴んで、武装さん。
Armor, grab the rope! I shout to him as it sails through the air. He's gonna be distracted, he's gonna be like looking over at us, and then he's gonna get fucking stabbed. Armor hears me and dives toward the hole, catching the end of the rope just as it's hanging over the center. What's gonna happen is, he's gonna grab the rope, he's gonna go down in the hole, and he's gonna start climbing, and then it's just gonna cut the rope, because it can reach that far, obviously. Armor hears me and dives toward, I mean, he can reach 5 meters, surely. Armor hears me and dives towards the hole, catching the end of the rope just as it's hanging over the center. The rope swings like a pendulum under Armor's weight, and a loud slam sounds out from below. The rope is still connected on our side, it doesn't drop any further.
武装さん。
Armor? Oh no. I rush to look down the hole, and as soon as I do...
お礼を言うぞ、無能殿。
Gramercy to you, Sir Incompetent.
切れたロープをつかめば、
Okay, I don't really know how you're
こ
alive.
ちら側へ来れるなど、お主に言われなければ気づかなかった。
Had you not bidden me to take the rope and join you, it would have slipped my notice.
さすがは我が見込んだ男なのである。お主はもう立派な探偵だと思うぞ。
You truly are the man I thought you to be, a full-fledged detective through and through. I mean, yeah, he's not doing too hot. He's kind of had his shit pushed in a little bit, but that's okay.
よかった。本当によかった。
Thank goodness. I'm so glad. My body goes limp with relief. Guys, you need to be like moving. I thought for sure I'd lost another friend. It's a good thing I was so quick to call out. I'm surprised at myself. The words left my mouth before they even formed in my head. Excuse me. Maybe it's all because of the denouement? If that's the case, then I have a whole new appreciation for this power.
科学くん、大丈夫？
Are you okay, Techie?
手伝ってくれてありがとうございます。飛躍さん、家族さん、
Doleful,
おかげ
posh.
で
Fucking
楽
Christ.
に椅子へ座れました。
Thanks for all the help. I'm safely back in my chair now.
まったく武装さんも無理をいたしますわ。まあ科学さんの車椅子が残
I really
った
feel
のは
like they're
良
kind
好
of
ですけど、
glazing over the fact that I jumped 5 meters and like cleared it with room to spare. Like I didn't catch the lip of it. I was well like God.
追いつかれる前に先を急ぎましょうと少女は心苦しく思いつつも提言した。
Let's continue moving before we get caught, the girl suggested half apologetically. Why
そうね。
apologetically? Whatever.
無事を喜び合うのは先へ進んでからにしましょう。
We're gonna get killed by something random out of nowhere, I can tell. Yes, we should hold off on celebrating till we've made it to safety.
この先に新たな部屋があるようだし、そこでまた一休み
We
しよ
don't
う
have time for that, do we? Looks like there's another room up ahead. How about we rest there for a bit? Is anything there? Yeah, I don't really know what it's doing on the other side. It's gonna like hover over. Bookworm and the others start on their way. They're right. We can save the chatting for later. That ferocious SPX might even attack us from across the way. Also, I'm pretty sure it had like a spike in its like in the middle of it that it could have shot out like a harpoon, because I know at least one of the other ones had that, but whatever. We need to move quickly and put some real distance between us and that thing.
科学くんたちはもう先へ進める。
Having a stroke, or does that not make any sense? Anyways, Taki, are you fine to keep going? I turn around to face him, and then it happens. Did it just jump? The red SPX suddenly vaults into the air, clearing the gap. I barely see its treads kick the ground, or more accurately, launch itself forward. It looks exactly like a grasshopper. There are no words to express my shock. It takes me a few moments to even grasp what's happening. The delay leaves a fatal opening. Still no new message. The SPX roars. Before I can think about it, a blade darts out from its robotic exterior. It flashes at Doleful, its closest target. Armor shields Techie and the others. At the same time, he leaps towards the SPX, holding it back by its frame. He is going to get exploded. The sound of grating metal finally snaps my body into action. What am I doing? I can't space out now.
武装さん、今助けます。
Armor, I'm on my way. Bitch, do not get close. Stay away from Armor, get back. Dolphin and I pick up rocks, flinging them at the SPX. Blades slashing out from its exterior prevent us from approaching it anyway. This isn't good. We're just flesh and blood. We can't risk getting too close.
こんな時に役立つフレンズは
I mean, I still think we should have made a plan to push it down the hole. Gotta have some friend that can help any friend. Like he rummages through his pockets but can't seem to find anything useful. His face goes grim all the while. The way things are looking, the red SPX is about to slaughter us all.
みんなもういいので
Yeah, he's about to grab it and just jump down the hole. Everyone, all will be well. I hear Armor speak. His voice is uncharacteristically weak.
我はもう助からない。我を置いて先へ行くのだ。
I am beyond succor. Leave me and press on. What? I see that one of the SPX's blades has pierced through his armor, burying deep into his chest. Oh, okay. Well, it had to have hit something vital. As if confirming my suspicions, blood drips off of his corselet. Hey, Stitch. We're not doing too hot. I mean, not as bad as Armor is doing, but it can't be.
この刃が刺さっている限り SPX から逃れる術はない。だが抜けば我はすぐに出血多量で死ぬだろう。
As long as this blade remains lodged within me, I cannot flee this XPX. Yet, if it is removed, I shall surely bleed. You're very wordy for a guy who has a knife in his lung.
我に残された選択肢は一つ。
And so, I am left with but one choice. Armor draws the SPX in even closer. The chasm looms below them.
まさか自分ごと SPX を穴へ落とすつもり。
Don't tell me you're gonna drag the SPX in there with you.
ダメだよ武装さん。きっと助かる方法がまだ。
Okay, Doleful, don't do it, Armor. I'm sure there's still some way we can save you. Bestie, I don't think that's an option right now. The SPX's blades flail in a total frenzy. They continue to slice at us, keeping us at bay.
謝っちゃダメだ。武装さん、武装さん。
Just hold on, Armor. Armor! All I can do is call out to him. I can't even get near the SPX, let alone fight it off. I feel utterly helpless. I'm disgusted at how carelessly I'd settled on this plan, assuming everything would work out in the end. Why, for all the use my denouement is, was I not able to predict this simple development?
最後に告白させてくれ。
Sir Incompetent, pray permit me a final confession. Or takes another step, drawing the SPX closer.
我にはどうしても守りたい者がいた。
Once.
彼女は我の目の
Did we all have an ideal? Is that what this is?
我は一度その時に死んでいたのだ。
One day, or once, there was someone I desired to protect. But then she perished right before mine eyes. On that day, I too perished inside. He takes another step. The metal he wears grates noisily, but he doesn't stop moving.
武装とは名ばかりの空洞の我を信じ頼ってくれたことに感謝する。最後に仲間を守ることができてよかった。実に上等な人生であった。
Thank you for relying on me, an empty shell who has armor in name alone. Full glad am I that I could ward my allies to the end. 'Twas a splendid life. Jeff the Landshark could have just ulted on the SPX and launched it off the edge. Oh.
何を言ってるんだよ、武装さん。全員で SPX を突き落として、君も一緒に。
What are you saying, Armor? We're going to beat this SPX, and then you're coming with... I'm not sure who the anomaly is in all of this. The SPX screeches as if it's in its final dying moments. All of us instinctively cover our ears. That is, all of us except Armor, who presses on. The SPX's treads hang over the edge. Its massive frame tilts over, shaking violently. Armor begins to shake as well, attached by the blade piercing into him. They tip over, falling into the hole. I reach out with my hand only to grab a fistful of air.
我が友人たちよ。さらば。
Fare thee well, my friends. Armor and the SPX disappear into the abyss. I look over the edge in a panic, but all that's there is the yawning darkness. I never hear an impact. Nothing but endless black appears before me as I peer into the hole. Why did it have to go like this? It was all so sudden. His last moments went unseen and his body will never be recovered. What a horrible way to die. How could something this cruel even happen?
武装さん武装さん戻ってきてください武装さん
I will say, this does kind of feel like it's the only way for, like, this is the only person who's died off screen in that sense, which makes me a little bit worried that he might be the mastermind. This was all a ruse and he's actually fine and he's going to come back and be like, haha, I tricked you all. I am, in fact, a Moidor. Armor, please, Armor, come back. Teki shouts down into the depths, but no matter how much he calls out, there is no response. Over and over and over again, Teki's voice echoes throughout the tunnels alone. And realistically, if Armor had just been there at the edge when that thing jumped across, couldn't he have just like booted it in midair and just had it fall down? Rowdy probably could have too, but don't have that anymore either. I also realized that means that like all of our combat people are gone. Because Rowdy could do it. Armor could do it. I don't think Mystic or Downtown could. But Workaholic definitely could. And Renegade's missing an arm, so I don't think he can. Oh, we're not in a good place. Over and over and over again, take words echo. Yeah, yeah.
いくら守り抜けたって
I don't care how many times you protected us.
自分が死んだら意味がないでしょ
None of it
そう
matters.
さ
None of it matters if you die armor. Oh. Gourmet her knives. Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess Gourmet can do combat, so she's an option. But of course nobody replies. We've lost yet another irreplaceable friend. We make it through the passageway, arriving at a room identical to many others we've seen. This time, however, the mechanism has already been solved and the way is open, as if someone had just passed through. Yeah, hi man.
おそらく
We've had a
社畜
Moida.
探偵
Well,
が
not
通った
a,
の
I guess a
だろう
Moida.
ね
Armor's gone. Looks like Workaholic Detective's already been here.
かもしれないね
Maybe so. My reply comes out curter than intended. The shock of Armor's death must be affecting me more than I realized. I just want this day to end, but this maze doesn't seem to be in a forgiving mood.
透明の SPX よりによってこんな時に
An invisible SPX, now of all times.
みんな顔を上げよ
Eyes up, everyone. In words of everyone surprised, myself included, it's like a switch flipped in my head the moment I sensed the SPX's presence. I realized I really am becoming a detective. I don't think that's what detectives do. Like, he's like, oh, I'm really a detective now because I know how to fight this robot. Like, bitch, I don't think that's part of Police Academy. Armor entrusted everything to me. Now more than ever, I need to lead everyone forward.
うこんな悲劇に負けちゃダメだ透明な SPX は音に
Please
反応
do
しやす
not
いタイプ
get yourself killed,
僕が引き
dumbass.
つけるからみんなで悲劇を覆
We can't let this tragedy get the best of us. Invisible SPXs are drawn to sound. I'll distract it while the rest of you reverse this.
音に反応
Wait, drawn to sound? Just then I realized something's nagging at me. Invisible SPXs track sound while white SPXs respond to imagery caught on their cameras. Each model uses a different detection method. So how is the red SPX hunting us down? Its tracking capabilities were unusually keen.
無能さん何ぼーっとしていますの SPX の対処をしないといけないのですから早く私たちに指示をお出しなさい
Incompetent, is your head in the clouds? We must respond to this SPX. Give us your instructions quickly.
分かったよってあれ家族さん僕の指示に従ってくれるの
Right. Wait, what? Posh, you're gonna follow my orders?
特別ですわ武装さんを失って落ち込んでいるでしょうからね
Just this once. I'm sure it would aid you as you grieve Armor's loss, after all.
今は上流も下流も関係ありません生き残ることに全力を注ぎますわ
Our class distinctions mean nothing at the moment. Let's focus the whole of our efforts on survival.
そうだね
Yeah, you're right. Survival. That's our priority. But at the same time, I still want to figure out why that red SPX attacked us. As long as we're trapped in this labyrinth, ignoring that could be a fatal mistake.
負けてたまるか
We've been through enough tragedies as it is. You think we'll just back down? It's up to us to reverse this tragedy. He keeps saying reverse this tragedy, but I don't think that's what it's like. Also, yeah, Downtown has not been here for a while. She died... I don't even know. It's been a minute since Downtown was removed from the equation. Girly Pop did not last too long. She was also a murderer. She killed so many people, but she was very girl boss, so I do stand by her. And also her outfit being cute. I think that should be considered when factoring in her punishment. Anyways, now we have to do something. I'm not really sure what at this point. This is a busted one, isn't it? Or is it just an obstacle? Yeah, so that one's locked.
どうしたの
Wait, what's...
何か用かな
I think you're the only one who can inspect far enough to get there, right?
どうかしたの
7, inspection 4. Yeah, she can't reach that one. Okay.
何か用かな
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
どうしたの
Wolf should be able to inspect from there. Oh, wait, never mind.
うしたの？どうしたの？調査は僕に任せて。
Okay, we're gonna do the preliminary with this one so we can figure out what other stuff is gonna happen here. Have a lot of murders to treat such a... More blood-soaked wires? Oh, I'm so sick of seeing these. Evidence acquired a bloody wire. And also blood all down the wall there. That didn't unlock any of these for us, which is a little concerning. A charging station. Used to charge the red SPX. The fact that it's placed here must mean something, but we can't investigate it yet. And also someone needs to do analyzation. Let me actually just check and see.
僕が解決しましょう。
Difficulty of 3. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna send you
少女は尋ねかける。
down to here, I guess.
何か用ですか？
Have you inspect.
めんどくさいと言い
Do the preliminary.
少女は
Nothing escapes my notice. This bloody bandage was wrapped around a certain area. If we analyze it, the truth will become immediately clear. Okay, your analyzation is 3.
どうかしたの？
Both these are a 3. Okay. Yours is a 5. Analyzation is also a 5 for you.
どうかしたのかい？
Wait, what's your inspection range? 4? Okay, we're gonna move you like over here so we can collect this one.
どうかしたのかい？さてさて、どこを調べたものかな？
That should be the right spot, right? I hope. We'll see. Actually, wait.
どうかしたのかい？
I actually think I might be out of the range of his inspection. Hold on, let me see. Oh no, it's still within range. Okay, cool. We'll take that.
どこを調べたものかな？
お姉さんに何かご用？
ピンカートン家の誇りにかけて。
She can't really do anything else but analyze this turn, I don't think. Yeah, we'll leave here, or her here.
ピンカートン家の誇りにかけて。
Analyze the
私が
bloody
皆さん
wire.
の目になりま
We'll
しょ
do
う
our。preliminary. If they wish to kill us, they needn't install so many wires to do so. Wouldn't they not all be shredded by the SPX regardless? The wires must have another purpose, I'm certain of it. Okay, so that's unfortunate that it opened that one, but whatever.
どうしました？
Even if I wanted to,
僕でよければ。
yeah, his inspection range isn't enough to hit anything, so we'll pick this one.
これで合ってるのかな？
We'll do the preliminary.
焦らず。
We really don't get to see very much of him in comedy, but I do really like his design. It's so pretty. This bandage was wrapped around Teki's chair. It was wrapped around the chair. That's no coincidence. It was clearly deliberate. Is this somehow related to the red SPX? Oh, it chases blood. Isn't that it?
僕が解決しましょう。
His inference isn't very good.
どうかしたの？
You don't have anything else to analyze, right? No.
どうかしたの？
We'll move you over here.
甘味完食、雨あられ。
And then...
僕が解決しましょう。
What's your inspection range again? Oh, it's only 1. Okay, so we'll just move him over here and
さあ、実験を始めま
inspect.
しょ
We'll
うか
figure。it out.
ネジ一つだって見逃しま
And
せ
I
ん。
think that's everyone. I mean, we're not even doing the preliminary because that's everybody moved, so we'll just do the final one. Posh did cut herself on it, but she didn't have a bandage. Wait. Oh yeah, she's still. I mean, she's intervenable, but she can't actually breach anything. So
雨あ
like,
られ。
she's doing too much there also. Yeah, we're just gonna move on because she can't do anything anyways. Or the state of everyone else. Also, of the people here, I'm not really sure who I'm suspicious of. Okay, so this is... You're able to analyze. You've got 5. You've got 3. But you've got 4 assistants. You've got 6. Fine. We'll just...
どうかなさいまして
Oh, wait. Inference is 2. Inference
甘
is
味
6.
感触雨あられどうかしたの？
I mean, I think it could be gourmet, which I think would be kind of a boring outcome, but also wouldn't surprise
もう
me.
謎はお腹いっぱいよ。
どうかなさいまして私を引き立
So
てなさい
that's inference of 6 plus assistance of 6, that's 12. Doo-doo-doo,
何か用ですか
Hmm.
少女は視線を
頑張るよ
どうかしたのかい？
Okay, wait, who has like the best stats for doing any of this? Inference 2, assistance 6. Inference 6, assistance 2.
僕が解決しましょう。
I kind of want to just send him down there to collect this.
さあ、実験を始めまし
Oh
ょう
right, I
か。
forgot that that was a map-wide one, so it doesn't work that way. Inference is 5, assistance is 2. We only need 17. So an inference of 6. That would be 12. That could be 17 with these 3. Okay. So let's move all 3 of you. Wait. Yeah, we need you for your inference. And we'll need you for your inference.
はいはいと少女は苦笑する
And we'll need you for your
頑張ります。
assistance.
何か用かな
Yeah, you can't investigate that anyways, so we're gonna send you over here. Actually, wait, how far can you inspect again? Range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be here, right? Yeah, whatever. Okay. So I think that's everyone. So we're just gonna investigate, because we can't do anything else anyways. They got a boost, but it's not gonna be enough, I don't think. Yeah, they'll need to do it one more time. Oh! Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, okay. So I don't know where the invisible one is, though, is the thing. I mean,
どうかしたの？
yeah, she can't get close enough, so I think we have to rely on him.
何か用かな
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we had him here before. Like, I think this one we kind of have to do.
感じるよ脅威の気配
Let's do the preliminary, get what we need to. Blood-soaked wires, sick of seeing these. There's no way he can
実
get all the
験
way
を
over
始め
there.
ましょうか。
Wait, did his movement go down? Because his wheelchair's no longer powered. That'd be kind
少
of
女
interesting.
は黙したまま一度うなずいた
Like you here.
何か用ですかこの辺りが怪しいですね
We'll do our preliminary.
しょ
I think escape sign notice is bloody bandage. Yeah.
「甘味感触雨あられ」お姉さんに何かご用？みんなで解けば
I
朝
can't
飯
remember which
前
one
ね
does which. Good work, Gourmet.
むむ
It's just like my own rule of thumb talking. Is this just my own rule? This is just my own rule of thumb talking, but I don't think the bloody wires are meant to kill anyone. Maybe they serve another purpose. So this one requires 14. That's realization. I'm assuming high. Okay.
どうかしたのかい?
You can do some analyzing of the bloody bandage.
全部わかったよ。
I don't know what we're supposed to do about the invisible one now that it's like... Looks like the bandage was stuck to Techie's wheelchair till just now. Who did this and why? Probably workaholic detective, huh? I don't know if we can get all the way over to him this turn. Yeah, we can't.
僕が解決しましょう。
She has 6.
頑張るよ。
Wait, what's her movement? I don't know if she can get there this turn, though, is the thing. Or next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, she can't. Fuck.
どうしたの？
We'll put him there.
僕にご用ですか？
We'll do some inference about this. You know, there's not really much we
科学的に考えて答えは
I
一
think
つです。
that's just about everyone.
何かご用ですの？
Yeah, we don't have anything else to analyze, so we'll put you on this and let you start inferring for now.
ピンカートン家の誇りにかけて
Make some progress on it
大
at
きな
least.
推理お見せし
I
ま
think
し
that's
ょう。
everybody. Yeah, okay. Actually, we don't need preliminary. We'll just investigate. -2, -3. That didn't really do very much. Since an SPX closing in on us. Okay, yeah. So he did indicate that it's like in this area. I don't know where it'll go from here. That was the only thing.
少女は黙したまま一度うなずい
Yeah, she's just like too far away, but only a little. 14. Inference is 3. That would get us 9, but that's not enough. I don't know if we can assist. Can we assist with an assist? Because if so, that would be kind of funny. Because yeah, inference requires us to be next to it.
た。少女は苦笑する。
さあ、実験を始めましょうか。僕とフ
Do
レ
more
ンズが謎を
inference.
解きます。
よければ。絆の力を。
少女は
僕は信じる。
黙したまま一度うなずい
Yeah, we can't assist here. We can't move any further. Actually, let me just move you back then. So this one's got 12. Inference of 6. And an assistance of 6. They can't actually clear this one this
どう
turn.
かしたの？どうかしたの？
Alright. And then you go to Dolphins and Baron. I don't know if it will or not is the thing. Because it didn't. I mean, I guess last time it did
もう
prioritize the
謎
nearest.
に
Just
お
moved it
腹
closer.
いっぱい。
誇りにかけて
Dolphul should also have a heads up, though. Maybe more than the
何かご用ですの？
others.
私たちなら解けますわ。
We'll do the preliminary because this should clear out that point entirely.
うん？
That tomato-colored SPX should normally be docked at this charging station. It must be the maze's gatekeeper, so to speak. Oh,
違
sorry,
和
wrong button.
感？
And yet it came to us from so far away. I can't imagine it doing that all on its own. Evidence acquired, SPX charging station. We're gonna get some progress, but not enough on this.
どうしたの？
And Doleful can't do anything here. Other than analyze the SPX station, but I guess that's also not a thing to do. This one's down to 5. Between the two of them, they'll be able to get this one done. So they don't really need her to stay here, or him for that matter. There is also blood all over the floor. Oh wait, also we haven't been checking in here, but I don't know what we would. Or is that? I don't know if that must be the way we came from, right? What's your inspection range again? 4, 2, 3, 4.
どうかしたのかい?
We might as well collect them while we can't. Oh, of course, I'm dumb.
どうかしたのかい?
1, 2, 3, 4. There. We don't know anything else that we can do with him so far.
何か少女は
I don't think she can get close enough to inspect this one either, can she?
何か少女は尋ねか
God
ける
damn it, you are not being super helpful here, girly pop.
は
Alright, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move you down here
少女は苦笑する
to work on this one when it's available. And then you... I don't think you can do anything here. And sure, we'll have you infer about this, but it's not gonna do anything. Let's start the investigation. The red shiny dots are just like vocab stuff, basically. You guys make me tingle. Let's see. There's just like detail keywords. That's the word. Okay. So that's actually kind of close. Wait, inference is only a 3.
どうしたの？
You know what? Fine. I'm gonna move you over here.
どうしました？
Just because then at least it'll be close.
僕が解決しましょう。
These two might die here though, or one of them might. The robot spawn here, Dolphin and Bookworm.
僕とフレンズが謎を解きます。
I don't think another one did. I think that's just her, or I think that's just Dolphin talking about it existing, because it's the only one that can talk about it. Or he's the only one who like is aware that there's danger. Okay, so we've cleared that. The white SPX tracked us with a camera, but the red SPX detected us from afar and pursued us at full force, even though we were out of sight. How? The damaged white SPX. How much does this one take? The blood on the wall takes 20. Jesus. Nothing to analyze, right? Yeah. Oh, this is not going to be great for any of us, I don't think. Okay. You... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just send you over here. Who fucking cares? Those two are in danger is the only thing. Oh, yeah, I don't want to XCOM. Yeah, I'm not good at this stuff, like, at all.
何か少女は尋ね
Okay,
かけ
your
る
inference is 6, your assistance is 4. Okay, so we will just have you infer.
さあ次の謎を探しましょう
何か用
Both
か
are
な
the same, so whatever. We'll just do this.
真相が見えたよ
どうかなさいまして
You better at assistance? Yes. Which I still find so interesting that she's better at assistance than she is at inference.
神感触雨あられ
This is kind of all we can do for right now. Because these two have already done their thing, and the SPX is probably going to kill them now that I think about it or whatever. Gonna take some chunks out of that. Oh, it is close to them, huh? And that one got us. Fuck. Okay, Dolphin needs to be able to hit this.
何か用かな感じるよ脅威の気配
Lots of wires.
「少女はこくりとうなずいてみせた」
That might be out of her inspection
少
range. It
女は
is,
黙
isn't
し
it?
たまま
No, never mind, that
こ
works.
の辺りが怪しいですね
Do our preliminary. Nothing escapes your notice. Bloody bandage.
お姉さんに何かご用神感触雨あられ
There's my... Okay, bye, Baji. Thank you for the Prime sub. You said the notification isn't showing up. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. There it is. Thank you, thank you. Alright, enjoy your explorations, wherever they take you. I think Bloody Bandage is the one that we want for
お
this
粗末
one.
様でした
I think Bloody Bandage was the one that we needed
ま
to
さ
get
か
first. Yes. Okay. Inference is 5, assistance is 2.
頑張るよ。
I can't remember what this one was. I think it was like 14. I mean, he can't get there anyways, so we're gonna move him closer,
どうしました？
have him do the analysis on the bloody wire.
合ってるのかな？つまり
So her analyzation is not great. Her inference is not great, but better than nothing. And his inference
僕が
is
解決しましょう
better.
集中しろ謎を解くために
どうかしたのかい？
Actually, okay, hold on. Let me see. Because you've got inference of 3, but assistance of 4. So you can have a maximum of 4, maximum of 10, 16. But this is 17. Is that right? Yeah. Wait, never mind. 16. These 3 can get all of that by themselves. 6. That'll be 12. Okay, those 2 can take care of that one together. Oh shit, but she can't move all the way over here, can she? I forgot about that. Because her movement is only 6. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab you, move you across the map, and you'll work on that next turn. And I think that's gonna be what we need from all of you. I might as well just investigate. That's everyone moved. SPX logging in. I don't know how much I can move is the thing. Anyways,
どうかしたの
inference
かい？
is 5.
退屈な謎だったよ。
僕が解決しましょう
Can you actually get closer?
どうしました？
Oh yeah, I guess you can only help Techie. Okay, so Techie,
どうされましたか
I need you to do inference on this too. Holy
科
shit,
学
you
的
land
に
on it,
考えて
perfect.
頑張るよ答えは一つです
Hard to see. I think this should be enough.
僕は信じる
何か
And then
尋ねかける
お姉さん
we'll
に
grab
何
you
か
for
ご
your
用？
inference.
甘味完食雨あられディナーの前にどういっちゃいましょう
You here, do the assistant.
私を引き立てなさ
We'll run our preliminary first. We should be able to take care of both of these now. Perfect.
むむ
It's been a colored SP action, or will be docked. Yeah, we've been over that already. Okay, and then this time we've cleared it this turn. Last time the problem was that we didn't clear it until the next turn, and then it got too close. The red SPX wasn't relying on vision, it works just like my friend. Smell, I think, is really what it's just going to come down to, but whatever. Okay.
何か
Yeah, so we'll move you
少
down
女
here.
が尋ねかけるどうしたの
Well, we can't do much this turn. We can still
僕
do
たち
some
で
inference about
真
that
相を
one.
解き明かすん
And
だ
I think that's everybody, right? Yeah. They're all gonna need to run away like crazy from that one. Okay, so your inference is 6. Oh god. You're 50-50 either way, doesn't really matter,
ど
I
うしたの
guess. So that's 16. This will get us 10. Because we did see that there was one that spawned in like right around here, and they weren't able to get to this.
はいはい6両ですどうしたの僕たちで真相を解き明かすんだビンカートン家の誇りにかけて
They'll be able to get that one by themselves, so it should be fine. We're just gonna spread them all out as much as we can right now, I think.
お お姉さんに何かご用？
Oh, I hope that she's not actually in range. That might not be ideal.
どうかしたのかい？
You shouldn't be in range on this one. And there isn't anything to analyze, right? No? Okay, good. This should be far enough away that he can't get hit. You can't save here while it's at it. The thing was just able to get like in here last time.
どうしました？
So we can get away from it. We can inspect this quickly.
僕でよければ。先生曰く
どうされましたか？
And you are gonna run the fuck away. Alright, we're gonna hope that this works. And if it doesn't, I guess we'll die. Well, they'll die. I won't. -4, -6.
広い視野を持って対応し
Elimination. Oh, yeah, it's close to those two. I think we needed to be able to complete the turn there. If we're able to rush this, we might be able to finish up here.
少女は尋ねかける。
Hold on, let me just...
どうかしたのかい？ここを調べてほしいんだろう？
僕にご用ですか？どうされましたか？
Actually, wait. Oh, never mind. You're equally good at analyzing.
僕が解決しましょう。
So I'm assuming we might have to analyze something.
この足でもできる限りは調べますよ。
どうかしたの？お姉さんに
I
何
just like
か
to
ご
get all
用？
of the words for once, you know?
これは証拠品なんてね。お姉さんに何かご用？
Look over the corner and bait it up with Doleful. I'm not
どうかし
sure.
たの？でもこれは証拠品なんてね。
はいはい。
No, not analyze. We're doing inference.
次の謎を探しましょう。
あら
Well, this reminds me of certain someone's been leaving blood on the walls the whole time. We've been had, said the girl, curbing her fury. It's been Renegade. Wait, we still have one of these, yeah. There we go. Now we've got all the keywords. It's that fucking bitch Renegade. I thought it was weird, like, because obviously like, he bumps into the walls and he leaves blood splattered everywhere. But I didn't think it... I don't know. I guess I didn't think it was intentional. But also, there's blood everywhere. Why would he be trying to lead it to us? Yeah, we can't pick up the Residual Thought, because Residual Thoughts are only available... Or this one is apparently only available on a second playthrough. Maybe we'll have to play through this game again. I kind of hope not. I don't like when you have to play through a full game again, but whatever. Having thwarted the SPX's assault, we continue on, arriving at what appears to be a landing area.
これって
Day 7
ヘリ
evening.
ポート？なぜ地下にヘリポートがありますの？
Is this a helipad? Why would this be here underground?
地上にあったヘリポートと寸分たがわず同じデザインですね。
I bet it gets raised and lowered.
少女は自らの記憶と照らし合わせていった。
The design perfectly matches the one at the heliport on the surface, the girl said, comparing them in her
あ
head.
のヘリポートは地下の格納庫と直結していると聞いています。
I recall... Oh.
その格納庫なのでは？
I recall hearing that heliport was connected to an underground hangar. Could this be it?
格納庫って地下に作るものなの？相当にお金がかかりそうだけど。
You can build a hangar underground. Must cost a lot of money.
わざわざ地下に格納庫を作るなんてピンカートン家でも行っていませんでしたわよ。
Even we Pinkertons never constructed such frivolities as these. Yeah, because the labor force is probably unionized
で
for
すが
that.
この迷宮はもともと機密警察とやらの実験施設なのでしょ。万が一に備えてここまで大行な施設を作るのも納得かもしれませんわ。
Still, this maze was once an experimental facility for the secret police, yes? It isn't too difficult to fathom them building something so grandiose. I will say, we've lost one person so far, and they always go in fucking pairs. So, like, who else is getting taken out here? I mean, I guess... Workaholic didn't die, he just left the party. So maybe this is the pair death. Let's see.
地下に隠すのはお天道様に見せられないものだって相場が決まっているからね。
Conventional wisdom would suggest that something hidden underground isn't meant to see the light of day.
ヘリにせよ、他の何かにせよ、大金をかけてでも地下に隠しておきたい何かがあったんだろうさ。
Whether it's a helicopter or something else, they were clearly willing to spend a pretty penny to keep something down here a secret.
操作パネルがありますね。どうやらこのヘリポートはジャッキで地上まで伸ばせるみたいですよ。
There's an operational panel. Looks like this helipad has jacks that can raise it up to the surface.
ジャッキって車のタイヤ交換の時とかに使うあれ？
Girly. Jacks? You mean those things that you use to change tires?
確かにあれもジャッキとは言うけど、このヘリポートのジャッキとは別物だよ。重たいものを持ち上げる点では同じだけどね。
You wouldn't be wrong, but the mechanism here is different. Although they both do serve to lift heavy objects. Holy shit.
試しに上昇させてみますね。上昇ボタンを押すとヘリポートを支える鋼鉄のバーが伸長して押し上げます。
Let's try raising it as a test. If I push this button, the steel column supporting the pad will extend, lifting it upward. Like Taki explained, the helipad begins to rise up slowly, revealing metal pillars pushing it up from beneath. I get it now. Those adjustable pillars are the jacks he was talking about.
もちろん地上
We're
まで
gonna
ヘリポ
lower
ー
that
トを
black
上昇させた状
SPX
態
down
で
here and it's gonna
ヘ
kill
リコプ
us.
ターを着陸させてそのまま地下へ下ろすこともできます。
Basically, you could raise this up to the surface, have a helicopter land on it, then retract it all the way back
ログ
underground.
島は天候が荒れやすいそうなのでヘリコプターを地下へ格納することで悪天候から守るための装置なのかもしれませんね。
The climate can get particularly rough around Morgue. Maybe this underground hangar is for storing helicopters away from bad weather. A familiar sound rings out nearby.
この声って
That noise.
まさかそんな武装さんが自分を犠牲にしてまで穴へ突き落としてくれたのに。
It can't be. Armor sacrificed himself, taking that thing with him down the hole. A moment later, the source of the whirring appears. Heave with hydration check fossil. Chaos erupts before us. Armor had taken the red SPX into the chasm, and yet now it had reappeared unscathed. Or there's a second one. I don't really know why they're acting like there's like one. The SPX heads straight towards me. They can't count, sure. There's only one thing. There could only be one thing, ever. Why me? Even if I start running now, it won't make it. I need to do something fast or I'll be dead in a matter of minutes, if not seconds. Thrust my hands into my pocket, hoping to find something to deter it. Bloody bandages. Inside is Bloody Bandit, the one we discovered during our investigation earlier. Realization strikes me like a bolt of lightning. My mind races at a speed it's never experienced. Mind races at a speed I've never experienced before.
もし赤い SPX がこの包帯に迫ってきているとしたら、
What if
迷宮での出来事を思い返せ。
What if this is what led the red SPX to us? I think back to what had happened in the maze. Yeah, it's the blood! Oh,
迷宮に
goblin.
は何があった？
What was in the maze when we first bumped into it?
そう
The
だ。
bloody wires that Posh cut herself on.
通路に大量の血に濡れたワイヤーが
Oh
張ら
no,
れてい
those were
た。
already there. Duh. Right, there were a bunch of blood-soaked wires hanging in the labyrinth back then.
僕らを殺すための罠かと思っていたけど、違ったんだ。
We thought it was a
ワ
trap
イヤーの
to,
目的はもっと別。
we thought it was a trap to kill us, but we were wrong. They were there for an entirely other
あ
reason.
の通
Or
路
another
で
reason
赤い
entirely, whatever.
SPX と遭遇したことが偶然じゃないとしたら、ワイヤーの目的は
This is kind of maybe the first time where we've really felt like it's like they are not keeping up with things as fast as they should be. Although maybe that's just me, I don't know. If we assume our encounter with the red SPX in that passage wasn't mere chance, then the wires must have been there to lure the red SPX.
あのワイヤーは赤い SPX を誘導するために張られていたんだ。
Those wires meant to lure the SPX right to
だ
us.
としたら、あの SPX が索敵する方法はもうあれしか考え
Let's
られない。
rely on scent.
この包帯の匂いを追っているんだ。
Oh shit. Hi Ash. Welcome in Raiders. Hi
Hi.
hi. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for getting the shout out, Puppo. Still makes the deep. Nice. How is that? How is your stream? Also, hi, Kek. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Vivras. Friday stream play a bunch of stuff. Right now, we're doing Process of Elimination, which is like Fire Emblem meets Danganronpa. I can't talk. It's really good. Hell yeah. Also, I feel like you'd like this game. This is a fun game. It's very silly. A whole bunch of detectives get trapped in a mansion where a serial killer is trying to kill them using robots. They're doing all kinds of crazy shit. It's a very good time. That's true for Fishy. But yeah, I play a lot of visual novels, a lot of shooters. I also make video essays over on YouTube. I can't talk. It's in the pinned comment. Or one of the most recent ones, not the most recent one because people have gotten mad about. But one of the most recent ones is about how Your Turn to Die makes choices count. Also, if you haven't played Your Turn to Die and you like visual novels, you should. It's a great game. Yes, welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad to hear that stream is going good. If you need to get any food, water, or rest, make sure to go do that, Ash. Self-care is important. But otherwise, I'd be happy to have you here. Me and Ash have done a couple of streams together. Also, hi, Bo. Sorry, I didn't even... I forgot to say hi. Welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, we've just discovered that one of our teammates, certain asshole, got his arm cut off and then has been using it to lure a robot to us that can smell blood. Things are going badly. Yeah, it's tracking the center of the bandage, which means we have a way of dealing with it. That SPX fought armor. It may be a mindless machine, but that doesn't mean we can just run away. How does that? So true. Also, I like the music in this game. It's fun. It's corny, but I like it. Come get some. Let's end this right here, right now. The SPX barrels right up to me, but I don't panic. If it's not actually after me, then there are plenty of angles we can take here. Oh, we just throw the blood under the thing and then we just crush it, yeah. Run to the center of the helipad jacks and jam the bloody bandage into a gap. Somebody give him a hand, he doesn't have any to spare. What do you think you're doing, you imbecile? You gotta take cover behind me, you're chief. Also, for the Raiders, she's a Pinkerton, and the Pinkertons have played a weirdly big part in this, but not as like an antagonist, as everyone being like, oh my god, they're such good detectives, and that's all the Pinkertons did. Really good detective work. Posh rushes over to me and I grab her hand as we both run away from the jacks. It's okay, Posh. We don't even need to hide. What are you saying? Did they all continue? I mean, yeah, it's all they did, all they continue. It's such a... Yeah, like, the music has such a, like... It does have very, like... Parts of it, not the full thing, because I think the electric guitars are a little bit too much, but like these bits, I feel like they could have been part of like the Great Gatsby remake that they, or the movie that they put out in like 2013 or whatever, if we weren't in such a big dubstep era there. It's really, they have a lot of really good music. The main menu music is also amazing. The SPX passes by us, crashing into one of the jacks as it lifts the helipad to the surface. Why did it ignore us and go after the jack? Techie, lower the jacks, now. I think so? I don't know, I just like the vibes of this. I am wary of saying anything too music, or too authoritative about music, or like too definitive about music, because I know that Ash is actually an expert in this stuff. I don't want to be loudly wrong in public. I give Techie the command and watches the rising helipad starts to reverse direction. The red SPX doesn't notice it continues slashing at the jack. The helipad descends upon its undefended head. The SPX wails as it gets sandwiched between the helipad and the floor. The structure is sturdy enough to support a helicopter. The SPX is tough, but its opponent is stronger. Its frame is crushed mercilessly. But evidently, these mechs aren't able to sense threats to themselves. I know you aren't evil. Do you think the effort of getting a black square emote? I love that. We're gonna need you to get smashed to pieces, with enough of a bang that even armor can see it up in heaven. Not Mystic, though. He can fuck off. And Rowdy. Teleport keeps descending. The SPX is crushed flat like an empty can.
これはどういうことですの？あれほど必要に私たちを狙ってきた SPX がなぜヘリポートを？
What is the meaning of this? That SPX has hunted us so relentlessly. Why did it go after the helipad instead?
索敵方法を利用したんです。
I used its tracking functions against it.
あの SPX は今までのタイプとは全く異なる方法で索敵をしていたんですよ。
That SPX pursues targets through a completely different method from any of the others we've encountered. Yeah, Mystic's been dead for so long, everyone's kind of... I mean, and also Ideal. They don't know that Ideal... None of them know that Ideal is with us. They're just like, yeah, rip her. And also Senior Detective, who no one has talked about for like days. It did manage to detect us from pretty far away.
もったいぶらずに早く教えなさい。どんな方法であのメカは私たちを追跡していましたの？
Enough faffing about. Speak at once. How was that SPX tracking us?
答えは血液。正確には血の匂いです。
Blood. You can trace the scent of blood.
血の匂い？そんなもので追跡可能なんですの？
There are like 4 people in your party who can like actively smell blood and like follow it wherever they need to go. What do you mean? The scent of blood? Is it even possible to trace such a thing? All their names are meant to reflect a trait about them. They're all code names. So we've got... Hold on, where's our roster? We've got Incompetent, who is us, because we were the newest recruit and we had no experience. There's Ideal, who's the best. Renegade, who goes rogue. Posh, who's very rich and fancy and is a Pinkerton. Mystic, who could commune with the spirits. Not enough to fucking save himself. Gourmet, who's all about food. Workaholic, who works himself to the bone. Doleful, who is very, like, or can sense danger. Doleful's kind of a weird translation. Techie, who's very good with tech. Bookworm, who reads a lot of books and always speaks in the third person as if she's narrating a book, which is very cute. Downtown, whose original name was Shibuya in Japanese. Like, she's meant to be, like, social media icon, influencer, fashionista. Armor, who just wears armor, duh. Rowdy, who's also, duh, very rowdy. And Senior Detective, who's old. Right, maybe you wouldn't know, Posh. I like it too. Some of the translations are a little bit iffy. Like, again, like Downtown versus Shibuya, like, kind of doesn't really communicate what it means to with her. Most of them are pretty good. You see, one of us actually has a device that can do just that. We also have multiple people who can smell blood. Like, Gourmet can smell blood just, like, in the air.
はい。追跡遊具クンクンくんですよね。この遊具はもともと探偵同盟の技術を活用したものです。
You mean Sniffy with you, right? My friend here uses technology that was originally developed by the Detective Alliance. Oh, yeah, they work for the Detective Alliance. That's the agency. 同じ技術が用いられていても違和感はありませんし、最初に仕掛けられていたワイヤーに血がついていたのも納得できます。 It's not at all unreasonable for an SPX to feature the same tech, and it explained why those wires we encountered had blood strung on them.
さっき私たちが操作していた部屋に SPX を充電する装置があったわよね。
Remember the SPX charging area in that room we investigated earlier?
きっとトマト色の SPX ちゃんはどこか別の場所に保管
Yeah, blood
さ
does
れ
not
ていたん
ascend.
じゃないかしら。
But also, like, yeah, it's weird. Like, Gourmet specifically was like, yeah, I can smell the blood on those wires, don't go any closer. So that tomato-colored SPX was being stored in a different area entirely.
血のついたワイヤーを道しるべのように使ってあのドーナツ型の通路まで導いて門番にしたのですねと少女は納得する
The bloody wires served as guideposts, luring into the donut-shaped passage to act as its gatekeeper, the girl said, fully agreeing. I do... Bookworm's whole thing feels like it would get annoying very fast, but I fucking adore it because she'll just be like, I don't think that'll work. The girl responded, snarkily, obvious, or annoyed at how the idiot failed to notice the obvious solution. Like, I love that. It's so fucking funny. That's right, except this time I was the one who manipulated it. Also, yeah, look, I can't help that I'm dancing because, like, the music is just really good. Actually, I wonder if I could... Oh, I can't save right now. If I could, I would, and it would go back to the main menu just so I could show you that one, because that one, oh, it has such good music. More specifically, by jamming the bandage covered in the culprit's blood into the jack.
SPX は血に引き寄せられて無残にもヘリポートの下敷きとなりましたよ。特性さえ分かれば動きを操るのは簡単です。
As I thought, the SPX was drawn to the blood only to be crushed under or beneath the helipad. Once you know how it works, it's easy to bend to your will. Sorry, I'm getting... My My dad is
そ
texting
の
me.
特性を生かして赤い SPX に僕らを襲わせていたんだ。
He's sending us pictures that he took on our trip, but he is just sending the same one multiple times over. Look, there's only so much I can do here. Wait, I have the Wiggler emote though. We can do that. Oh, I can't see it though. Where is it? Hold on. There. We can do a little bit of dancing.
まさか社畜さんが私たちをはめるために何らかの方法で SPX を操ったんですの？
You mean to say that Workaholic pulled its strings in an attempt to drive us into a corner? No.
殺人を犯した身とはいえ仲間だと信じておりましたのに見損ないましたわ。
He may be a murderer, but I still believe him to be one of our fellows. How misguided I was. Oh yeah, by the way, one of our other detectives, Workaholic, after he murdered Rowdy, he just kind of like fucked off and disappeared, and he keeps trying to kill Renegade because he doesn't like Renegade because there's a whole thing. He thinks Renegade is invincible.
いや、赤い SPX をけしかけたのは社畜さんじゃありませんよ。
No, Workaholic wasn't the one who sticked the red SPX on us.
ですが先回りをしているわけですし
Renegade also went ahead of us. He wandered off on his
わ
own.
ざと仕掛けられていたわけですし
It is such toxic alley. Hmm? But he went ahead of us, no? Who else could have set all those wire saws?
昨日の夜あの部屋を抜け出していた人がいるんです。
Actually, last night someone slipped out of the room we were sleeping in.
SPX を操った犯人は社畜さんのイメージも利用して僕らを翻弄していたんです。
The culprit who manipulated the SPX used our conception of Workaholic to lead us by the nose.
武装さんが守ってくれたこの車椅子の機能の一つくんくんくんが教えてく
Sorry,
れ
I just
ま
had to
す。
sneeze really quick. Armor saved my wheelchair, and now one of its components, Sniffy Whiffy, can shine some light on this question for us. A minicar mech I've seen before hops out of the armrest on Techie's chair.
くんくんくんに記憶させたのはワイヤーについていた血液の匂い。つまり
This feels like not the easiest way to get around
SPX をけ
this,
し
I'll
かけ
be
た人物の血
honest.
液です。
Sniffy Whiffy recorded the scent of the blood on those wires. In other words, the blood of whoever unleashed that SPX. Also, I don't think you can identify blood based on smell, like in terms of whose blood it was, but it's so cute. The mech scurries across the floor instantly. Without hesitation, heads towards the feet of... I mean, yeah, it's... Where is he? Oh, he's just here. Even now, he seems like he's about to dissolve into a cackling fit. I pointed him and declare the truth.
機動探偵
He has a bunch of... He
お
has,
前が SPX を操り僕らを追い詰めた犯
a
人
whole
なん
bunch
だ
of friends. Renegade Detective, you're the one who brought the SPX down on us. I wonder if it has all of the friends listed in here for Techie, or maybe it's in the words. He has 7 forensic friends. I thought they were listed somewhere. I thought we saw all of them. Oh no, we haven't seen very many of them. We do know that Sniffy Whiffy has been able to smell blood many times. Renegade Detective bursts out laughing as if he can't hold it in anymore.
冗談でしょ？ゲドウさんは科学さんを守って片手を失っておりますのよ。
Surely you jest. Renegade lost an arm protecting
い
Techie.
くらこの方の倫理観が欠如しているとは言ってもさすがに納得できませんわ。
Posh, you're like... I want to make fun of Posh because she always is like, no, it could absolutely never be this person. And she's never once been right. She's always gotten the exact wrong thing. And I want to make fun of her for it, but that is me whenever I play any sort of social deduction game. No, it could never have been Puppo. I don't believe it's him. 20 minutes later, it has been Puppo all along. Protecting, aw.
僕も同じです。ゲドウさん、証拠はあなたが犯人だと物語っていますが、未だに信じられません。
I agree. The evidence points to you, Renegade, but I can't bring myself to believe
本
it.
当にあなたが僕たちに SPX をけしかけたんですか？
I'm kind of...
本当な
You didn't do anything
ら、なぜ
now.
そんなことをしたんですか？教えて
Your
ください。
gaslighting doesn't work on me. Not anymore. Were you really the one who put that SPX on our trail? If so, why? Tell us.
そんなの 簡単だよ。
He's such a messy bitch. I do really appreciate that about him. I'll make cookies so you can steal them, and then we can get mad at you because that's what you did. It's simple. Renegade Detective cuts his laughter short, glancing at us with a grin.
命の重みを知ってもらうためさ。
I don't think that really resonates, actually. I wanted you to learn the importance of life. Like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Renegade's words stop everyone in their tracks. Probably because we don't understand what he could possibly mean by what he said. But he keeps on going, clearly having a ball without any regard for how it makes us feel.
ガックン、君は自分で気づいているかい？今君は俺に守られ、武装探偵にもかばわれ、とってもいい顔をするようになった。
Hey, Techie, have you noticed something? You've been protected by me, saved by armor. It's got you sitting real pretty right now.
出会った当初から感じていたんだよ。君は優秀な探偵なのにいつもリスクを背負わずにいる。肝心なところ
I
では
mean,
道
to
具
be
や他の
fair,
探偵に
we probably
任せ
should have been more
っぱなしだ。
suspicious about the serial killer from the jump. But, I've felt this since we met. You're an ace sleuth, but when the chips are down, you shirk the risks, leaving them to your tools and other detectives.
自分の作った監視カメラが殺人事件を招いた時も、表面上は落ち込んで見せてはいても、悲しみより犯人への怒りが勝って魔界探偵の死に責任は
I still
感
don't
じ
think
て
the
いなか
cameras
っただ
caused the
ろ
murder. Your cameras resulted in murder. But although you looked sad, your anger at the culprit trumped it, so you felt no responsibility for Mystic's death.
図星かい？そうだよね。君は自分の発明と友達ごっこに興じるばかりで、自分の行動に責任を持っていなかったものな。
Maybe he kind of has a point. Nailed it, didn't I? It's all just a game for you with your toys and inventions. You don't accept any liability for your
実
actions.
際の推理も肝心なところは他人に丸投げ。素質はあるのに、これじゃ宝の持ち腐れだ。
Even during investigations, you leave the brunt of the brainwork to everyone else entirely. And that's despite all your talents. Such a waste. Yeah, like, when it comes to the cameras, I do think that, like, I don't get how that's really... Like, the cameras wouldn't have caused the murder anyways. She put on the nail polish... Okay, so for people who weren't here, Downtown put a poison on her nail polish that she was able to apply by scratching Mystic. I don't get how the cameras had anything to do with that, though. Anyways, even during investigations, yeah.
そんな君だからこそ、命を背負わなければならないと思った。だから時間と手間と腕によりをかけてお膳立てしてあげた
That kind of feels like something one of these would mention, but that's why I figured you, more than anybody else, needed to bear some responsibility. I really gave my all into making this work. Or my arm, at least.
命を背負うどういう意味ですか？
Bear responsibility? What do you mean?
嫌だな。そんなこと決まっているじゃないか。
Isn't it obvious? Oh. That's new.
君が武装探偵を殺したということだよ。
What I'm saying is, you were the one who killed Armor Detective.
ふざけたことを言うのはおやめなさい。武装さんを殺したのは罠を仕掛けたあなたでしょ。
Yeah, like, Armor didn't die because of Techie. He died because of you. Poppycock, I want to hear another word of this. Armor died as a result of your subterfuge.
家族さんの言う通りだよ。けどなんで君はあえて負傷することで出血状態になって壁に自分の血をマーキングし続けた。
Pasha's right, Renegade Detective. You got injured so you can mark the walls by smearing your blood across them.
SPX はそのマーキングを追うことで僕らに向かってきたんじゃないか。
And the SPX followed them to come after us.
その上ご丁寧に自分の血が染み込んだ包帯を科学君の車椅子のハンドルにくくりつけるなんて明らかに作為的だ。
You even went so far as to tie a bandage soaked in your own blood to Techie's wheelchair. This was all clearly
武
intentional.
装さんを殺したのは君だろう。科学君に罪を押し付けないでくれよ。
You're the one who killed Armor. Don't try and pin the blame on Techie. Okay, what am I being sent here? I really wish my family would stop photographing me when I don't like how I look. And they never insist on being like, oh no, Viv, we'll take another one so you can get a good angle. No, it's like, you look like you don't look your best. But we'll just stick with this one anyways. I've had to repeatedly tell them that like, not my dad mostly, to like not post photos of me on Facebook or whatever, because I just, if he wants to take them for our family records and stuff, sure, but like wait till I like myself a little bit more before publicly people have to see it, you know? Yeah. Oh well. At least I didn't take any pictures of me while I was in a wetsuit for the whitewater rafting, because that was not a flattering experience at all. Anyways, there's an ethical question after the next time. Yeah, Techie is really not guilty of anything here as far as I'm aware. Or as far as I'm concerned.
ガックン自身はどう思っているんだい?
I mean, I don't hate my family for like taking photos or anything. I just, and it wasn't like it was like a surprise photos one that we posed for. I just wish that it wasn't. I wish I just like myself in photos. That's really more of the thing. Well, let's hear from the boy himself. What do you have to say, Techie?
君たちがいくら励ましたところで無意味さ。
Try and cheer him up all you want. It won't matter.
ガックンが車椅子じゃなければ俺に付け入られることも武装ちゃんが不要な消耗することも避けられたのは紛れもない事実だからね。
You're blaming him for being in a wheelchair now. If it weren't for your wheelchair, you could have kept me from exploiting you, and Armor wouldn't have had to waste his strength. That's the truth. Like, no, if you hadn't if you've not gone out of your way to do this stuff. Yeah, never mind. Renegade, you are very much so in the wrong on all fronts. Like, yeah, to some extent, Techie is kind of shirked a little bit of the duty, but like...
君は一生武装ちゃんが自
Like,
分
what
の
do you
代
get
わ
out
り
of
に死んだ
this?
ことを忘れられない。自分が原因で失われた命への罪
Yeah, I
悪
kind
感
of
か
thought
ら
so too,
逃れら
Papo.
れない。
This is... Renegade was an interesting character, and this feels like this has really been a fucking... I don't like that this is the way this has been handled, but whatever. You'll never forget how Armor died in your stead. You'll never escape the guilt of knowing you're the reason a life was
それは
lost.
つまり武装探偵の命も背負って生きていくということさ。
In other words, you'll carry the responsibility for Armor Detective's death for the remainder of your
君は
days.
これから2人分の命を背負って生きていくことになる。
I mean, I think also he's just going severely mentally...
ハッピーバースデー科学探偵。
He's eating a fish and enjoying himself. This isn't even Jigsaw mentality, because Jigsaw's whole thing was like, you wasted your life, so I'll, like, make you either fight for it or lose it. This is just like... Like, this is like wandering around in the woods where you're being hunted by a pack of wolves, and one of the people in the party, like, stashes a raw steak in somebody's wheelchair, and then other people die trying to save the wheelchair person, not knowing that there's a raw steak. And then he's like, aha, see, it's everyone else's fault that, or that it's your fault for being in a wheelchair, not my fault for putting a raw steak in it. Yeah, this is not honestly giving me a lot of confidence in how this game is gonna stick the landing, because this is a real waste of one of its more interesting characters so far. So now you get to bear the weight of 2 lives, which makes this your 2nd birthday hat. Or congrats, Techie Detective.
もうやめろ!
Stop, that's enough. I cut off Renegade's words. Just listening to him makes me feel like my own values are crumbling away. I thought I was beginning to understand him. I thought I would fully get to know him if we kept working together as fellow detectives. But that had been a mistake. I mean, I guess it's kind of a subversion, I guess, because I feel like usually the character that acts like this, like the one that's like deliberately an obstacle, like sort of like the Kokichi type characters, they're never really like they always do have something going on there, but like it's kind of just removed a lot of that. Anyways, that had been a mistake.
もう分かった。もう十分だ。君を信じた僕がバカだった。分かり合えるって信じた僕が間違ってたよ。
Yeah, like even with a little bit of that, it's like I can kind of see his argument at the beginning, and then he fucking just shoots the fucking moon on it. Like the argument that like, yeah, Techie is maybe kind of like not really like he's kind of deferred to his tools or his friends and not like really done that much work of his own. Like, sure, make that argument. I don't think that really justifies pinning like this stuff on him. I don't know. This is all over the place. That's enough. I get it now. I was stupid to trust you. I was wrong to believe we could even understand each other.
そうか。それは残念だよ。かつてこの迷宮を生き延びた仲間同士。
I don't think this is a translation
仲良く
issue.
やりたかったんだけど。
Just because, like,
人付き合いって難しいね。
I don't know how you would translate this to make the motives make sense. Yeah, like, that's the thing, too, is, like, if this had been, like, if Techie had gone and said to him, like, yeah, you're all my test subjects. I was part, like, because that would make that would actually be a much more interesting version of the story where it's like, Techie was maybe one of the subjects, but then joined up, like, was on the side of the special police. You know what I mean? And, like, he was using his tools and, like, he got all the, like, that's why he has all the tech, is because he was working with them even after doing the experiments and stuff and helped, you know, do that. And so, like, that would, I don't know. Like, that would have been way more interesting if it turned out that Techie was an accomplice of the special police all along, and that these experiments, like, he was like, yeah, I was letting you guys keep running through it because I keep getting more data. But instead, it's just like, also, yeah, like, Posh has regularly, A, not been super helpful, but B, has been, like, routinely on the wrong side of everything in a way that has made everything worse. Like, has actively fought against progress. Like, maybe it's a weird ruse, but, like, I don't think it is. It kind of feels like this is sort of, like, just where it's stuck. It annoys me how Renegade's shoulders sag and mock sadness while he cackles away.
でも、せっかく俺のギフトを紐解いたんだ。ご褒美くらいは受け取ってくれよ。
But you went through all the trouble of laying my little gift bare. You deserve a little bit of the truth as a treat. Yeah, like, this is not well written crazy, I'll be honest. Well, it's not even that he's, like, insane, it's that he's illogical. Because, like, part of the thing is, like, when a character is insane, it's fine if they're doing things that are, like, illogical to us, but this doesn't follow his logic either. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, he's all like, oh, life is so important. You need to value the sanctity of life. That's why I'm gonna, like, get Armor killed for no reason. Like, just because I can, just so that you feel guilt for his death. Even though you didn't do anything.
「他の探偵たちが推理していた通り、八つ崎港事件のバックには犯罪者組織明けぬ夜がいる。
As some of the other detectives have guessed, a criminal organization called the Dayless Knight is responsible for the Quartering Duke
この組
killings.
織は全員明けぬ夜事件に影響された者の集まりでね。
Oh, so you were part of this
何を
terrorist group?
俺も
Party.
組織の一員なんだ。
Everyone in their ranks was affected by the Dayless Knight incident. What do you know? That includes me
要
too.
するに八つ崎港事件ってのは正義の組織探偵同盟と悪の組織明けぬ夜の頂上決戦なのさ。
You're not smart enough to be pulling in, what is it, Izuru? What's his fucking name? Yeah, you're not smart enough to be an Izuru Kamakura type who's like, I want to see what's gonna happen between hope and despair. Like, fuck off. Essentially, the Quartering Duke incidents are showdowns between the DA and the Dayless Knight, the ultimate battle between evil and justice.
犯罪者組織明けの夜
The Dayless Knight, a criminal organization? Impulse jumps at this unimaginable truth. The people did always say the Quartering Duke's crimes couldn't have been done alone. It turns out he had helpers, like downtown. And Renegade himself was the one who mentioned the relevance of the Dayless Knight incident. Here's all. Okay, what is. How many pictures. Wow, I love taking 8 million photos and sending them one at a time, Dad. Jesus. To think all of it was the work of an organization so directly connected to that incident. The sheer scale of what we're facing almost makes me tremble. I don't really understand how this is something that you weren't...
どうして探偵である君が入ってるんだよ。
So are you a spy for that organization? Why is a detective like you with them?
八崎子もその組織の一員なのか。
Incompetent, please. Is the Quartering Duke a member too?
ああ、洋館で死んだ渋谷君も含めて全員明けぬ夜に所属する犯罪者さ。
Yep, they're all criminals who belong to the Dayless Night, including Downtown who died back at the manor.
おっと、とは言っても別に俺はスパイってわけじゃないよ。
And yet, I'm not actually a spy. Got it?
俺は手を抜けないたちでね。探偵も本気でやっていたんだ。この島に来た時だって別段悪さをするつもりはなかったのさ。
I'm a proper detective. I never cut corners. I had no particular intention to do anything bad when I came to this island.
ホームズにちょっかいをかけてその能力の一端を見られれば満足だった。八崎港の動向にも興味がないしね。
I wanted to mess with Holmes and would have been happy with just a taste of her skills. Whatever the Duke's plotting, I couldn't care less.
そう無能くん、君みたいにそそられるおもちゃさえなければおとなしくしておいてあげるつもりだったんだ。
But you, incompetent. If you hadn't been here to get me all tingly, I would have just sat back quietly like a good little boy.
僕どうして僕みたいな凡人に執着するんだよ。
Me? Why are you so hung up on a nobody like me?
いいねいいね、その顔。本当に何も知らないウーブなその顔が俺を最高にそそらせる。
The look on your face. You really are a clueless little rookie, huh? Oh, how you make me tingle.
俺が丁寧に皮を剥がしてあげるよ。
They're gonna kill him before he can actually reveal anything, and then everyone's gonna be like, why did you do it?
その姫だ。
I'll peel everything away for you, skin and all. Reveal secrets you haven't even noticed.
ざれ言は終わりだ。
Workaholic,
死ね。
this is not the time. Enough of your prattle. Die. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna reveal all the secrets. Just kidding, you're gonna die. This is not. This game started out so much stronger. Workaholic appears from out of nowhere, silencing Renegade. He swings his arm with a wide motion and a wire rapidly strikes out from it. The Renegade parries elegantly with his knife, cutting the wire in half. Where'd you get a knife? Why do we let you have a knife?
殺人鬼同士仲良くしたいものだけどそうもいかないみたいだね。
I prefer to be buddy-buddy with my fellow killing maniac here, but I guess that won't be happening.
黙れ。この国の平和のために私はお前という負の遺産を処理する。
Shut up, you're nothing but the filthy remains of a bygone era. I will dispose of you to preserve the peace of our nation. Yeah, Gourmet, like, could any of you contribute something? Like, yeah, Gourmet, like, just contribute something to the dialogue at least. It's a clash between two intensely murderous urges. The tension is so thick I'm scared I'll get torn apart if I so much as twitch a finger. A bizarre standoff roots each of us to the spot, rendering us unable to even speak as we're drawn in.
無能君、今なら君も決心が固まっただろう。外道探偵を殺す方法を伝えておこう。
Have you made up your mind yet, incompetent? I'll tell you how to kill Renegade
外道
Detective.
探偵の首にはタトゥー型の爆弾が埋め込まれている。
There's a bomb to like a tattoo embedded in
外
his
道が
neck.
暴走した時のためにその爆弾を起爆する権限が探偵同盟の上位には与えられているんだよ。
I think Downtown had more depth than a lot of these characters, honestly. And Posh, kind of, too. Anyways, top-ranked D8 operatives have the... Also, speaking of female characters with some depth, where the fuck is Ideal at? Like, girl, we do something. I know you're dead already, but like, tell us what to do. Anyways, top-ranked DA operatives have the authority to detonate that bomb in the event that he tries to flee.
でも僕は序列100位で
Huh? But I'm all the way at 100.
リーダーは君に権限を与えていたんだ。君の権限さえあれば下道探偵の首輪はすぐに起爆可能だ。操作方法を教えるから
I
起
don't
爆
think
して
she
くれ。
did. The chief granted you the authority. Give me the word and we can blow up Renegade's collar right now. I'll show you how to do it. Just destroy him.
そんないくら機動探偵が相手でも殺すなんて
Bitch, we don't... What? I don't care how much you hate Renegade Detective. I can't just kill him. I unintentionally lash out at Workaholic. Like, bitch, we don't have the fucking time. Like, what the fuck is happening? Sorry, just...
俺も自分の首は大切だからね。ひとまず撤退させてもらうよ。
I like my neck where it is right now, so if you'll excuse me.
待て
Stop. God. Renegade Detective dodges Workaholic's attack, escaping into the corridors. Workaholic's shoulders shake. His fists are clenched so tight they start to bleed. His unfiltered ferocity leaves me speechless. I refuse to consider killing the Renegade Detective as the right decision, but after seeing Workaholic's unshakable resolve, my own feels half-hearted.
社畜さん
Like, incompetent, we don't have the time for this. He's gonna keep killing us. Workaholic, I...
敵の強大さがよく分かっただろう。奴を殺す覚悟がないならこれ以上関わらないでくれ。
Now do you see how powerful our foe is? If you don't have the resolve to kill him, then stay out of my way. Workaholic doesn't even face me as he speaks. I have no reply. I trust a renegade detective only to fly into a rage when he betrayed us. It's made my shortcomings painfully obvious. How are your shortcomings the ones that are painfully... I mean, I guess you kind of are. And the wheelchair emoji. In the face of a truly deranged criminal, I'm beyond helpless.
下道探偵とは私がケリをつける。だから君たちはおとなしくここで救助を待っているんだ。
I'll finish Renegade Detective off, so you just sit tight here and wait for help to arrive.
これ以上仲間を失いたくないならね。
Unless you'd rather lose more of your friends. Workaholic heads down the passage chasing after Renegade. All we can do is stand there and watch, unable to speak as he disappears from sight. Okay, I will say, cause of death being stabbed by red SPX and then in brackets presumed is giving me the same vibes. Like, I don't know if any of you guys were into The Walking Dead, like way back when. I think I stopped watching right before this happened, or like right around when this happened. But there's a point when like Glenn goes out with some other random guy and they get like mobbed by the walkers. And the last shot of the episode, I think, is like Glenn underneath the body of the other guy as he's getting eaten. And it's like, oh no, Glenn's died, but we didn't see him die. And then like they always did like an in memoriam thing after an episode and Glenn wasn't in it. So like, I don't know, maybe he's dead, maybe he's not. And they didn't have him in like the interview thing that they usually did with like dead characters. Like they'd have the cast member do like a final interview or whatever on The Talking Dead, I think, which is kind of insane for like a fictional show to have its own like looking back on that now, like The Walking Dead basically had an Untucked, which is crazy. But anyways, and so like anyways, they did this thing with Glenn where like for an entire week they were like, oh, is he dead, isn't he? We don't know. And them saying like presumed makes me a little bit worried. Walking Dead Untucked. Yes. Anyways. So the victim was armored detective, culprit, renegade detective with the red SPX, cause of death stabbed by red SPX presumed. Sequence the red SPX tracks blood, renegade used this trait to get armor killed. Notes, renegade is part of the Dayless Night and is bent on making others bear the weight of life. We need to stop him before Workaholic does. Telling Glenn this is... I fucking hate that. Hello, 'tis I, your dear neighbor and dreaded roommate, the quartering duke. The word psychopath is thrown around a lot these days. Are you familiar with the term? It essentially refers to someone with a wholly antisocial mindset. Discriminatory language hurts, so don't go around using it carelessly. The power held by words is frightening. No matter how serious or grave its meaning, a buzzword can spread to daily lexicons like wildfire. I refuse to be lectured by you. I just realized it's going to turn out to be armor because it's a mirrored character, and also because it has that one little like slit for a face that looks like armor's like eye slots. Discriminatory language hurts. Let's also bully the little nerd boy in a wheelchair for being disabled. I wonder, are you guilty of carelessly flinging around such weighty words? Causing thoughtless injury to others' dignity? How very psychopathic. Hey, you just called me the real psycho in your head, didn't you? But am I true? Fucking Christ. But am I truly? You're so quick to label others. Maybe that makes you the psychopath here. I've been told I was strange since the day of my birth. I've been called abnormal. I've been asked to adhere to a standard. So tell me, what is standard? If I'm abnormal, then what is normal? Should any measures used to judge others truly be considered as such? Hey, look, I'm on TV, Mom. It's all thanks to your wonderful standard education. As you can see, I'm filled to the brim with common sense. It's true. Jesus. It's true what they say. Entertainment's all about familial love. A broadcaster reunion with Mom. How grand. I love you. I love you, Mommy. Who's Mom, though, in this case? Anyway, that's pretty much it.
いいストレス発散になるから試してみるといい。生真面目なやつにしとやかでやるのがおすすめかな。
Also, true. Duke, armor, that could kind of make sense. Wait, that whole bit just now? Playing Psycho. Great stress outlet, try it. All you goody goodies out there best consider using a throwaway account.
今見てもらった通り、サイコパスなんていくらでも演じられる。逆もまたしかりだ。
Duke has some issues for sure. See, as demonstrated, it's easy to play all sorts of crazy roles. But the reverse also holds true.
本物のサイコパスは君の隣人かもしれないし、同居人かもしれないから気をつけるといい。
Perhaps the true psychopath could be your neighbor or roommate. Stay safe out there.
いや、もしかしたら君自身が。
But then again, perhaps it's you. Don't scare me. That would be mean. I'm just a little guy. Okay. We're going to save here, and that's what we're going to call it. We'll start with the next chapter next stream. What did I call that save? Confrontation. I think we're probably going to be done in the next stream or two, right? Not that much left, I don't think. Small boy.
You're easily
So true.
impressed.
Well, thank you for the follow, Kek. Yeah, we'll be continuing this next Tuesday is the plan. We're also gonna start V3 sometime soon because I'm the next members choice poll starts on Thursday, and I'm like fairly confident that they're gonna end up picking the V3 video just because they don't pick Overwatch topics anymore. We'll see. I mean, to be fair, it did start out that way. Downtown died right away, and I kind of thought that was gonna be the plan, and then Workaholic fled. And now Renegade has also fled. God, this is such good. They can't take that away from me. Even if there's some rough moments in the storytelling, nothing can take away from this having a very good soundtrack. Right, Kek? Like, but also, it has even better moments. I love it so much. Bookworm being the mastermind would be such a disappointment. Like, I don't know what would be a good ending. I feel like Bookworm would be a boring one, though. Actually, I don't know if any of them would be, like, a satisfying one. I mean, I guess part of it is that, like, you're not supposed to be able to predict who it'll be. But, like, I don't know. Wow, there's a lot of people live right now. Actually, I can see, but the only reason I don't think Bookworm is because of Mystic, but also the game's kind of like forgotten Mystic existed by this point, so I don't know about that. Okay, this is a really good soundtrack for all of this game. I just like this little bit. I think is my favorite bit. It's just such a good, like, I don't even know how to describe it. You know what I mean, right? Sorry, I'm supposed to be trying to figure out who we're gonna raid out to, and I don't know. We'll cover this thing from you? No. It's already enough for me to try and put together a karaoke stream. Who do we raid out to? Thank you for the raid messages, Buppo. So I'm trying to figure out who we'll go to, though. I think I've raided... I'm trying to remember who I've already raided. Let me see. I think I've raided this person recently. Oh, I haven't! Okay, perfect. We're gonna raid out to Kyoko Puff aka Felix. The first raid message is for subscribers. If you're already a subscriber, then you'll get all those fun little emotes. If you're not a subscriber, then you'll be able to use the second one, which just has default ones. Yeah. We're gonna raid out to Kyoko Puff, playing Marvel Rival, which is very, very fun. But yeah. Thank you everybody for joining, whether for some of the stream, all of the stream, bits and pieces, etc., etc. I hope you've had a good time. I've had a good time. We'll be back tomorrow with Persona 5 Royale. And until then, I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you everybody for being here. Bye Leoshi, bye Buppo, bye Kek, bye everybody. Abwah. Oh, the music's gonna cut out in a second. That's gonna feel kind of sad. Anyways, bye.